Hi, Terry. Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. I don't love you, Ning. Ayan. That's the good answer. You don't love me. You don't need to say. I feel it. You don't need to say. I feel it. Oy, darling Terry. Konti na lang. You need more. A little bit time. I get it. Wow. Mwah. Hey, darling. When I check my WH in the morning, I'm under review. When I check after 2 hours, I lost 6 hours. Why they don't like don't like excited people? Kamusta? How's everybody?
Hello.
No stress.
Oh, frozen. Me frozen. Frozen. Is it you or me frozen, Giggly? Huh? Put back in the chat. Oh, I know why. Oh, so it was you, Giggly, frozen. I just woke up. What's the time? Look, 11 in the morning. I just woke up. Wait for my coffee.
Tell
What?
what's the flavor of your tea? It's your fault. I forgot that your name is still creamy. Ah, no, no. Ano nga, diba?
why have you lost watch hours?
Huh?
Why did you lose watch hours?
I don't know.
I'm still playing your list.
And in the morning, I check and under review. Then after 2 hours maybe, I lost 3 hours again. 6 hours again.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think soon I get it. Okay, okay. Wow. I need to 3 days strict LS again to make sure. Ano na? I'm planning to do the video, the market challenge last night. But when I start, oh my God, it's not easy. So I said, okay, I'm gonna post the dance after monetization. And then do it in a good way. Oh, pa, 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 pa. Oh my God. It's okay, at least we enjoy. No problem with that. What are you doing? Coffee. Mm. Ah, you don't eat breakfast.
Me? No, I don't eat breakfast.
Just coffee.
Just coffee. Yep.
Me, how many days I don't eat food? Mm, nice food. Just drink coffee and then eat some bread and fruits.
All right.
Mhm. But yesterday, we cooked uh, fish, so I ate mini fish. A small fish, unlike what I do, I cook always. And we have a one viewer. Just looking. So how's your daily life?
Pardon?
How's your daily life? You're just alone there, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not feel bored?
No.
You don't go anywhere, just on YT and there.
Yeah. I mean, I go outside, do things outside, go swimming.
Mm. Huh? The cat chicken. Huh?
Hey,
Stephen!
David, what you doing?
Stephen انت ما سكت ما سكت ما سكت كيفك كيفك
Oh,
كيفك كيفك Hi Ashley, how are you? Sabi ka barra. Sabi ka barra. Yeah, 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 bisa lang yeah. Hi Ashley. Hala! Hala! Hindi tigil ha? Yung may na. Hey host, how are you Ashley? Come on Ashley. Come on Brett. Let's ring Ashley. Hi Nana. No, hada jibitan. Pitan ba? Jibi. Duty sa duwahan. Man, inti jibi wakan. There. Hi.
hey, David.
Morning. How you doing, Terry?
Yeah, good.
Morning,
Thank you.
Giggly.
How are you?
Why you weak? Why you weak? Are you guys all right? Have a nice Friday.
Yeah, I just woke up about 10 minutes ago.
You ain't long got. You had a line this morning, then, Terry.
Yeah.
Bless you. What's with the name? Creamy Terry. Hey,
Why I asked
hey.
what
I knew you like getting whipped, but wow. Oh. What's Giggly up to? Washing up there, is she?
Yeah, well, playing the
Dishes?
drum in front of the two.
Oh. She was busy, isn't she? She was busy
Yeah.
bee. Oh.
That's a bit.
What?
Brett.
Did she say that? Brat? She say she wants brat? Is that what you said? On a
I said
Friday.
I said bread.
Ah, I got you.
I have a question.
Only comes on if Terra's on here because he translates for me. Makes it easier for
Yeah,
Giggly.
right, yeah.
This lady,
Gonna get her out to speak Bristolian book. Send it to her.
Dre, I'm asking. I have a question. So simple. Wait a minute.
She's always smiling, isn't she? No wonder she's called
Yeah.
Giggly. Always smile, always happy, Giggly. Would you have a late night, Ter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it all good with your girlfriend, Ter? All good?
Yeah, fine. It's just she's always tired. You know? She's like Giggly. Does exactly the same job.
Oh, she's always on the go, sort of like,
Yeah.
bless them. Oh, bless them. They work their asses off, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be that smiley if I worked that hard, Ter, to be honest. Good for the soul, though. They say it's good for the soul.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, exactly. It seems like when you watch them though, like the workers are always happy, but when you see the actual people who employ them, they look miserable as sin. I hope it ain't on loudspeaker, but that's the way it always seems to me.
Yeah.
You think you've employed someone to come in and help you out around the house, and they're always smiley. At least like be happy about it. Do you know what I mean? Get her smiley.
Hey, Giggly, did I spell that right? Did I spell that right? Did I spell it right? My name, look.
Dilla? Is it Dilla? Is that how you pronounce it?
Terry loves the gaga.
What's that mean, Giggly? Dilla. Wonder if Google can tell me. Wonder if Google can tell me.
He said, Terry love tongue.
Tongue.
Means to say
Oh, yeah, tongue. It says on
loves
there.
to lick, he loves to lick the cream. He loves to lick the cream. That's all George.
Or if you're Hebrew, it means eternal joy, Sarah, which is the same thing as a tongue, really,
That's
isn't it?
right. Yeah, really, yeah.
Eternal joy. Got to have strong tongue muscles for that, though, to be honest. I get cramp after about half hour. I got to be honest. You when you get lockjaw, Terror, when you're down there.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's gone now.
When natin ka na sa iyo.
Morning, Brett.
Hello, Brad.
She was asking for you a minute ago, Brett. Where's Brett to? She said.
I think Brett's still on another panel. I just saw him there a while ago.
Oh, is he? And Jem, morning, Jem, love.
Hey, Jem, love.
Our little chocolate girl.
Yeah.
She's been busy lately. I haven't seen Jem about for ages. She's been busy, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Making her way through all that chocolate, I expect.
I think it was
Laugh at Marja, they're like Terror. Did you see that when Jem had one of the face pack things on? You know, when it goes stiff, it's good for your pores.
Yeah.
And then she put a bit on Mars's nose, but it was a black color. So she had a black nose. The funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. But it started to harden up then. You could tell she was a bit, not in agony, but she could tell it was a bit uncomfortable, sort of like.
Sister Jean, kailan uwi mo?
Come on, Jem, come and sing us a song.
I think it's what?
JP's in the house.
Like silent Giggly girl. Ah!
JP, our adopted son. I think I just adopted him, she said. Putting the paperwork in now. No armors, though. No armors, JP.
JP, I don't see, CMD. I don't know. Even her mother asked me if I know her address and the guy. I said, I don't know. Because sometimes Sandy so crazy. She don't online for many days or almost sometimes 2 months. Almost people worried about her where she is, what happened.
Who's that giggling? Sorry.
CMD, you remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no one's
It's
heard. No one's heard anything.
1 minute. Huh?
No one's heard anything from her.
What?
No, nobody's heard anything from CMD Giggly. Nobody knows.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, since almost more than a month maybe. She's not
Yeah.
online.
Oh, I hope she's all right. Maybe something to do with the corona then or something.
I don't
Hmm.
know.
Maybe she's
I
not well.
think she don't have sometimes she have a problem that she don't like
Oh,
anyone else.
could be internet as well, couldn't it? I suppose. I seen Mama's son got tested. Terry, didn't she? I see on her video.
Did she? Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't think she had the results back yet. It takes a while, doesn't it? But
Yeah.
I said to her, "Ain't the first time you stuck something up your nose and your mouth, is it?"
yeah.
That's swab test. She's probably on her way to the US. JP said she might be traveling then.
Some people just go offline for a little while anyway, don't they? You know.
Yeah, everyone has a break, Sarah, don't they, for a few weeks? Like, it gets a bit much after a while, doesn't it? Sometimes you just need to step away from the computer.
Yeah.
We all wish our Manny would do that, but he never seems to do it. Oh, bless him. Yeah, he was off for a while at the beginning of the year, wasn't he? He was pretty ill, wasn't he, with that corona, to be honest. He got put in hospital and that, didn't he?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, a few weeks he was offline, which ain't like Armani. And then when he come back, I got him on Hangouts and he said he had to go into hospital. Like, his breathing was really bad.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He got one of the little baby chests, hasn't he, Armani? Then he got a little baby chest. It's hard for him to breathe. Giggly girl, she's always giggly, she's always laughing.
That's me.
That's her.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm just okay. Why had a feedback dahil galing yan. Hindi yan ang sige natin matutunan ba? That's why sometimes you I'm talking with my employer, the boy. Just a little bit funny, or sometimes they with their wife they have been fine with kids. I can control to laugh my own. And I'm just listening them. And sometimes they killing each other with her husband. She's just
Right.
calling me, Jen, help me. Instead of I'm laughing. Then I said, oh, it's not my work.
I suppose at least they let them use their Wi-Fi, Tara, do they? Do they let them connect to the Wi-Fi in the house and that, I guess?
In my girl case, yeah, they do, yeah.
But not all of them then? I'm guessing not all of them do that, do they?
No.
Yeah.
I think Giggly had to use pocket Wi-Fi for a long time.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm on my room, I'm using my pocket Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi can reach on my room.
How much does that cost then, Giggly? Is that expensive?
5 GB, it's maybe more than 700 pesos now on peso.
What's that per month, is it?
Yeah, 1 month.
How much is that in our money then, Tara? 700?
I've got no idea.
Sounds, let me have a look. Same
It always
Uh,
it confuses the
1
fucking
hour
out
at
of
least.
Yeah, same as me. PC pounds. Let's have a look. Like 10 or 10, about 11 quid.
Yeah, all right. That's not too bad then, is it?
But yeah, that ain't bad actually, is it? That ain't bad if you've got a decent connection as well.
Mind you, that's probably a tenth of a month's money, you know.
Yeah, saying that, yeah, I was going to say that probably comes, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, boss.
Hey, morning, boss.
Little more than you.
Can't. Come on, Jem, you get up here and sing us a song, Jem. We ain't heard your lovely voice for ages.
Yeah, I really miss Jim.
I do. I've been on a panel with Jem for absolutely ages now.
I miss combing her hair, you know. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah, that beautiful hair. I heard she had a little cough, didn't she, Tara, apparently?
No.
Yes, it's all shaved, isn't it, I heard?
Hello, Johnny. How you doing? Both man.
Wait a minute. Jojo, kawas ka dati. Kalas ka. Ada Eve. Sit Jojo. Oh boy, how come in
Another 5 days, boss.
I thought everyone start about to sing. Jojo. Balele.
What the fuck was that?
Was that? I don't know what that was then.
Cool.
I can't hear nothing though.
No. Oh, she's
Has she got one of the industrial strength tumble dryers now, Tara? She's up the ante, hasn't she? More power.
yeah.
Get Jem, my God. Sound like a steamer or something, doesn't it? Sound like steamer or something like that.
Mm.
JP got air blasted.
Oh, Jem's probably heard something Giggly was saying because she said, "Ha, you forgot you were in alive."
Oh, of course, yeah, because she knows what. Yeah,
Yeah, my God.
I say she gets away with it, us, Tara, because we don't really understand what they're chatting about in the background.
Well, it's all in Arabic, and I suppose.
Yeah, I can't even speak Filipino. Arabic's a very difficult language, isn't it, to learn, I think, by what my mate was saying.
Yeah, you just got to have a lot of phlegmy throat all the time to speak Arabic.
Yeah, you're right. It's a pronunciation on it, isn't it? That's the hardest part of the language, apparently.
And you got to fuck camels as well.
Got like the taste of camels.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a big long. That's what I thought then, boss. When I read Brett's message, I was like, I'm not sure who Donald is, and then I thought it's got to be boss then, obviously, because everyone else. I think there's a name in there. Sorry, Jem. You're speaking too much English for you, Jem. I am. What's your weather like today, Tar? Bit cooler today?
No, it's since yesterday afternoon it's turned very hot again.
Oh, you got the sun back again?
Yeah.
Oh. We'll enjoy it while we got it, mate. 'Cause it ain't gonna last much longer, is it? I would imagine.
I don't know. They reckon another couple of weeks it's going to be here again. So
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? For
yeah,
September. Yeah. Just a late summer this year, by the looks of it.
I can usually get in the swimming pool early October still.
Oh, can
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, and I haven't got a heated pool.
I was going to say that. Yeah. So it's warm enough to get in there then and enjoy
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But when you get out, the old knob freezes up a bit, you know.
Oh, do you ever get in there when it's cold, Tara? Like just like some people do that, didn't they? Like,
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
yeah, it's better in a shower, isn't it? A freezing
Yeah.
cold swimming pool. I used to do that on holiday a lot, to be fair.
Mm. Yeah.
Wakes your senses up first thing in the morning. Like you said, it shrivels you up though. That's anything. You come out, it's like a little peanut. Gem blowing her nose, is she? What's Gem up to? You got the sniffles, Gem, have you?
Nosebleed.
Nosebleed.
Yeah, she don't
I thought her
understand.
English was pretty good, Gem's, isn't it? Gem's English is really good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Apart from me, Gem, innit? You can't understand what I'm saying. Still got that vision of her with that blast face mask on. It's like the minstrel show to her when she's in the background of Gem with Mars. I was waiting for Armani to say something.
Yeah. It's a shame because when I go on to Mars's lately, it always seems to be the time that my girlfriend has a bit of a break and she rings me, so I have to jump out.
Yeah, I noticed you go on at the beginning, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done that a couple of times, didn't you? I didn't know if it was your connection. I said to Heidi about it.
No, Mars knows all about it. I've told her.
Yeah. Well, no, you got to grab the moments you can, Tara, aren't you? If your girlfriend's working, it's hard, isn't it?
He always says, "Sing something, brother, and before you have to go."
Yeah, bless her. Well, the other day I think she was practicing, but she didn't mute, and she was singing away. I love Mars's voice. She's got a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Do you sing to your girlfriend, Tara? Have you sang to her yet?
Yeah. She sings to me.
Yeah, I thought she'd ask you. To sing. Because they all got beautiful voices anyway, haven't they, the Philippines?
Yeah.
They've got beautiful voices.
Jem, she only understands her name when people do that.
2 words she understands: jam and chocolate. That's the only 2 words she understands.
No, she likes the old doodah as well, doesn't she? You know.
Oh yeah, the old talong.
That's it. Yeah.
That's why I thought, because I haven't seen her for a while, I thought she's got a boyfriend or something. I thought maybe she spent time with her boyfriend. Found herself a chocolate man. JP, yeah, he sings to me. You sing to Jill? You sing to Josh as well, Tara, on private?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, Jem's just put, I don't eat chocolates, only Mars. That's got to be a wind up on it. Surely, I've seen. Do you not eat chocolate, Jem? You let me go on for months and months about chocolate, Jem, and you don't even eat it then. Yeah, but M&M's is chocolate, isn't it? That's chocolate. I do like what's that M&M's though. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah. What's your favourite, Jem? What's your favourite M&M's? Peanut, crunchy. You eat Mars pancake. I'm sorry, I'm rumor off, boy. What's she taste like?
Ma'am, si video niyo talabad, gahwa. Takad dahwa din.
Ash doesn't eat a lot of it.
Wait. Yeah, do.
Well, that could have been embarrassing, David.
What's that, Tara?
Lucky I had my camera off. My ex just come to the door, and I'm stuck bolognese with it. And luckily enough, my camera was off because.
She's seen it all before, Tara. She's seen it all
Yeah,
before.
Yeah, but all of this. All the
No one
people
online has. Yeah, no one online has, to be fair. Well, imagine how embarrassing that'd be.
here- Yeah.
Well, I've seen you. You wouldn't be embarrassed. We ain't got nothing to be embarrassed about, me, to be honest.
No,
But
no.
Okay,
think-
JP.
I think Giggly will fall over. She'll faint in the kitchen if she sees you naked, Tara.
Hi.
You missed it, Giggly. Did you miss that then? Terry,
I
naked.
didn't hear. Huh?
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 She ran back on the cat. Huh? Huh? Naked? Where?
Again.
Again. I like when they say that.
Bloody, what a bloody
Again.
Teletubby. Yeah, what a Teletubby. Oh, no, I don't think you'd like it in your ear. No,
In your ear.
no.
Your ears are too small, Giggly. Your ears are too. You won't fit in there.
No.
Welcome in, Toto.
Ah, Toto.
I've seen that name in there before, actually. So.
Yeah, that's one of his friends, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
shout out to Bernal. Because the last time he said I'm gonna shout out him. Okay.
Your friend's in
Wish. Huh?
Toto. Toto's in the chat box.
Yeah, she's my friend.
Oh, is it she? Is it? Sorry.
He's a guy.
Oh, it is a guy. I thought it was a guy. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. You know, when I get the genders mixed up all the time. She's a guy, he's a girl.
Yeah. You've got Asso Terra, haven't you? Because you'd be chatting away to her,
Yeah.
and then it's half hour later they say that's a guy you're chatting to, mate. I'm like, is it? I was like, oh, you could have told me at the beginning. Yeah, I'm the same, Gem. I don't know what it's about mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. I know they don't taste so much, but I just don't like mushrooms.
I miss the mushrooms in Philippines. Ay, salamat kung sinunod ako. Thank you, friend. You're welcome.
You like mushrooms, Giggly? What's your favourite food, Giggly?
Huh?
What's your favourite food?
Secret.
They're long.
Geelong. Big, long, and strong.
Talang with egg.
Yeah.
What's your perfect meal, Giggly? If you was going to go out on a date, what would you have? What was your perfect meal?
Huh?
What would be your perfect meal? If you went out on a date, what would you order?
Anything. But Chinese, Filipino food.
It's all right, Dave. She had that glazed look on her eyes again. She didn't understand what you're saying.
I know, yeah, I noticed that, Ter. Yeah, maybe. I think it's the word perfect. I didn't think she caught that one, did she?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Giggly.
They all say Filipino food every time we go on, Tara, you ask her.
Yeah, Giggly, what's your favourite food you like to eat?
I said anything.
Oh,
I
anything.
thought you said anuses. I was going to say.
Anuses? Jeez. Oh, you clean them first. Jeez.
But then I like meat. I like
Do you like chicken?
pork.
Yeah,
Yeah, chicken,
like-
pork, steak.
Adobo.
yeah, she likes a big sausage, didn't you?
Oh, big
Yeah.
sausages.
I like that fat
She likes to suck sausage.
fat
was
talang with egg.
Jesus.
Aha.
I got some gammon steak for later, actually. I ain't had gammon steak for ages.
Oh, I haven't either.
My favourite steak. I love gammon steak. It's not often that I have a proper steak unless we go out somewhere.
Yeah, same there. The steak in France is terrible. Everybody thinks French food's
Yeah,
great.
terrible.
crap.
Like,
Oh, is it not that nice, Tara?
Yeah.
What, the taste of it or the size of it?
Sisi nostalgia. Gym love. In the morning, I check my watch hour. It's under review, but after 2 hours, I check. I lost 6 hours.
Oh, got to be close now, Giggly, haven't you? Got to be really close.
Like if I tell him,
Yeah.
If you're getting reviewed, I imagine you're only a few hours away then.
Yeah. I've still got a live stream going. Like watch what they do. Watch this.
That's a point. Actually, that's a point, Tara. Let me put one of our old live streams on a minute. And might as well add to the hours. I know she's really close. I remember she said last time that she's really close.
Yeah.
So you do what she said then about losing the hours. I had that one. I put in for mine, Tara, my first channel. I lost a load of hours. I lost loads, but what did they say? They worked out from calendar month to calendar month. That was why you lost the hours. It didn't make any sense to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hey, morning, Mars. Mummy Mars in the house.
Mars. Mwah, choop, choop.
Choop, choop.
Oh, Giggly's got frozen again.
Was she?
Yeah. Oh no, she's back in there.
She's moving.
I check.
Yes, in Mars. Bye, boom, boom. Mwah.
Hi, Ate Mars.
Yeah, guys, please play for her. I am. That's why I've got my camera off. Mars.
Terry, that's what that noise is.
Kitty Mas, we had the button.
How's our Mars doing today? You having a good day, Mars, or evening? I'm trying to think what time it is. I'm looking after you.
0. No. Wait a minute. 6.
What's that word, Ter? Teo. I see that a lot as well. Tayo. You know what that means?
No, I don't.
18.
What does that mean, Giggly? Teo.
Wait.
Wait. Wait lang.
Terry's getting good at it now.
Yeah.
Ay! Ayan.
Oh,
Yeah, I knew that word. Yeah, I knew that word.
yeah.
All I need is chocolates. Anyone to meet me, please. Send Mars chocolates. Chocolates, I need chocolates. Send. Look under Gem's bed, Mars. There's loads under there. M&M's. Loads of M&M's. Packets of them.
I haven't seen, Jackie, the girl who was having a laugh with her folding her underwear and that.
Oh,
Hi,
Jackie.
Mars.
Jackie.
Yeah, I haven't seen her for a long time.
I haven't seen her live stream for a while, Ter.
No, I messaged her the other day and she said she was busy. So.
She's done a few little uploads because she works in like a cafe or something.
Yeah.
I like all the artwork they got in there. It's really nice in there. I've seen some of her videos. Yeah, I haven't seen her live for a bit.
Oh, there you go. Boss has just answered your question.
Let us.
Yeah.
Thank you, boss. I got you. Let us go somewhere. I understand now. Translator in there, and that's good. That makes it easier.
Oh, so I can say to my girlfriend, boss, I can say, Toya Dilla.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh. I started watching that. Is it Chi? Tara, is that how you say her name? Chi.
Tuesday.
Chi. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Chi's in it. Yeah, I like. Been watching her streams. Like, she's funny. She is. She makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Bless her.
Yeah, I was on there yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday? I think Heidi was there yesterday as well.
Yeah, Heidi said because she said she's going to do a stream today. About 1,
Yeah.
she said. Or it's 1 or 2
Yeah.
p.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's 2, yeah.
But she was I think I knew she was having a row with someone, like, and she was on live stream. But God, man, she was going at it. Her,
Yeah.
very pleased her, man. She went back now. Oh,
Wait.
I heard something.
Wait. Why are you clearing your throat? What you been doing? Huh?
I taste the cream.
Hang
Oh,
on.
you take the cream. Yeah.
Ah,
Maybe it's salted now.
Yeah.
hang on.
Salt cream,
Giggly's making an announcement, people. Listen up.
yeah.
How many hours we got left, Giggly? Did you check?
Okay. Again. I'm lost.
How many hours have you got now to go?
I mean, on YT, I need like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for monopolization.
6.
6. Oh,
Ah, 6. Oh, wicked. We're almost there then.
what do you mean, naughty Terry Boyle? Oi.
Naughty Terry. Bars. Bless her.
Okay, terrible. Terrible.
Terry boy. Oh, she's gonna leave her phone open, bless her. Yeah, Mars. I can do more than one because I got a good connection here. I'll get a few of her old lives going in a minute. Hang on.
Yeah, well, she's got a playlist there. Just click on the playlist and it'll continuously run.
That's the point. Yeah, it's easier to run the playlist, isn't it? There we go.
Yeah.
Newest LS is 31. We do that one. I'll play 2 at the same time, and this one that should have them up.
Ah.
Every little helps. Every little helps. What's about? I hit the rank tab then. I'm looking at all one, and all you just saying like hello to everyone. I'm like, I'm about to say hello Heidi. I was like, no, that ain't the right stream, is it? I'm on the wrong one.
Ah, look. Yeah, see now, Giggly likes to be in a sandwich, didn't you?
Oh,
yeah.
hello, Giggly. Hello.
One at the front and one at the back. That's it.
We have to keep her warm, Tara. We have to keep her warm.
Yeah.
Look at her face then.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, foxy lady.
Oh, Terry, Ate Mars saying always leave her on her live.
Yes, I know. She knows why. I have to go and do. I have to do something, Giggly. You know that.
Yeah, I remember.
And to be fair, Mars, he always joins you on your live. Terry, he's always on there. Bless him.
She do it, Ate Mars, if she have a. I mean, if her his schedule for something, so he needs to go out.
Something. I love when you say that.
Something like.
Aye.
I like it when my ex has got the yoga classes there. I like it because she brings me down all the food that they don't eat. You know. So
Oh, nice.
I don't have to cook anything.
Oh, fair play, Terry. I didn't blame you, mate.
But the trouble is, it's all fucking vegetarian and vegan, so I've just got a couple of bits of bacon I'll stick in with it, you know, give it a bit of flavour.
Yeah, well, it's all food, isn't it? Just
Yeah,
spice up a little bit. That's all you've got to do. I don't mind some of that stuff, actually. Some of it's quite nice.
Yeah, some of it's refreshing.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to change your diet up a little bit, isn't it? If you don't eat it that often.
Yeah.
I remember I tried that tofu, Tara, and it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. You know, like the substitute meat thing.
Yeah, when it first came out, that was terrible. That was horrible.
Yeah, a lot of people said that to me.
Improved a lot. Yeah, it's improved a lot.
Yeah, there's more vegetarians in the world now, isn't there? So there's more to cater for now.
Yeah.
I play for her, but I can't leave my laptop because kids are naughty. They know my laptop off. This is not for search. I only play for over. Oh, bless you. The boss, yeah, exactly. I just sat there watching it all day, boss. To be fair, if they were doing yoga, very relaxing.
I play for her, but I can't leave my laptop because the kids are naughty. They broke my laptop, and this is not my This is for Surge, and then I can play if I'm in my. It's okay, Ate Max, no problem with it. I thought you would say I like when she does do her yoga classes. All those ones, but it's
Yeah, what have
getting
you, Terry, got? Well, we're
ended.
jealous of Terry, man.
Mm.
I want to do that, boss, but
Have you tried that,
don't have
Giggly yoga? Have you tried it?
I like to do it, but I don't have time.
Yeah, you do the plank, didn't you, Giggly? You do the plank. She does, yeah. She does.
What's
I
that
don't
mean?
want
Like,
to do that stretching, bending your body, and learn how to split that
oh, splits.
kind
Oh,
of time.
I do that in bed.
Mm.
Yeah, because if you know how to bend and split, you can do many things.
Yes, you can.
Exactly. Yeah, you are right, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do the
Guys,
split, yeah, yeah.
I'm always fascinated. I'm always fascinated by girls doing splits. I don't know why. Because we can't do it, Terry, and that's why. So you're flexible then, Giggly? Is that what you're saying? Flexible?
yeah.
Yes. It's good for your body, isn't it, yoga? It's good. It's good for your mind and your body. That's what's cool about it.
Mm.
Did
And
they
I
do the
need to
meditation there as well?
bend, but
Did they do the meditating there as well as the
Yeah.
exercise?
Yeah. Every single time after a yoga session, I meditate for about 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah, I find that quite fascinating. I'd love to try that, to be honest.
Yeah, some of them do fall asleep, or some of them, it's funny.
Yeah, they sort of like center themselves, don't they? That's what they call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all that sort of stuff. It's nice to chill out in it and just get back to yourself. Like,
But she's my ex has got a good way about it. What she does, she tells them a different story every day about how to travel in your mind. So
yeah,
you get to a certain place, and she talks over it with a bit of light music.
oh nice.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, because it relaxes you then, doesn't it? If like they say like pick your favorite place, don't you, like the beach or something, and then your mind chills out then, doesn't it? Because otherwise you're thinking all these thoughts in your head and like you can't relax.
Yeah. But she's never ever come across one about a brothel for me, So it's not.
That'd be a good story, wouldn't it? You'll get too excited. That's why it won't calm you down.
what you do planks?
Yeah, girlfriend does the split. That's a deadly combination, boss. That is deadly. He's a bit more adventurous in bed, boss, than me, by the same time.
Bed adventure.
Yeah.
That's
It's a good idea.
I bet he's got one of the sex swings tear in his bedroom, boss, hasn't he? You can tell, can't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why they look good, they do.
And I think he brings home a bottle of pure oxygen, from work.
Yeah, just to keep going.
Yeah.
Face mask on, keep going.
Mm.
Secret, yeah. See, yeah. Who was it? Remember that Filipina terror? Her name was Lelaine something. She was a Filipino. She's married in the UK, but she's into S&M, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll never forget. She showed us her what was it? She called it the toy room, wasn't it? She called it.
Yeah,
I was amazed. It was a proper eye opener. What she had in there, I was like, God damn, you got some stuff in there, girl. Like whips all over the wall and like, God knows.
She's one of the top BDSM models, isn't she?
Yeah, in the UK. Yeah. She's always busy, always getting booked and all that. She's quite cute. She's quite a cutie as well, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I haven't seen her for a while, actually. I haven't seen the link for a while.
No.
Are you warm, Giggly, in between us? Nah. She said she's nice and cozy.
Yeah, I went on to Brett's stream last night for a little while.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He pressed the wrong button and he put me where he was, and you should have heard him panic.
What do you mean? Oh, what?
What's that?
Oh,
I said, don't worry, Brett, I'll come out. Just let me back in again.
Yeah, because you can flick people now, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise that when I done the quiz. I was like, what happened there? I moved. I think it's Jacob. I moved him to there. I was like, what's going on? Toys I got through. A wet stream. Well, that sounds good. A wet stream.
Yeah, what I've noticed on my StreamYards lately is like the comment section's lagging like anything. It's really lagging.
What's that actually in? What, on the StreamYard page, Sarah? Or
Yeah.
my YouTube's pretty laggy. I got to admit, like people are. I was on a few streams and people are like commenting. I'm like, I can't even read that. I haven't come up on mine yet.
Right.
Morning, Jacob. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Jacob.
DJ Talong's in the house. I think you meant Brett stream, not wet stream. I think that's what they were saying. Yeah, I think your boss messing about, and you boss, naughty boss. How did Brett get on with his apartment, Tara?
He's still.
Hi, Jacob.
It's starting to get repaired now.
Oh, they're fixing it up now, are they?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good then.
He's in a hotel room, which he described for about 3/4 of an hour in minute detail.
He was at his brother's, wasn't he? I remember him said he was at his brother's.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think his brother was away or something, so I guess his brother's back by now. There she is. There's my little honey bunny.
Hi, Heidi Lisa.
Hey, Heidi.
I was supposed to wake her up. Sorry, Hyde. I was supposed to.
No,
You weren't actually
what?
logged in StreamYard. I told her to go back to bed for an hour. Sorry. I think she's got up to get Gab, hasn't you? It's got to be school. Got to be dinner time at school now.
Yeah.
Hello,
She
Jacob.
Yeah. She was in a bit earlier, just before you, David.
Yeah. When I logged in, when I come back from the bar, I seen her name was in there. I did speak to her this morning when she took Gab to school this morning.
All right.
I like she gives me a description of what the parents are wearing outside because it makes me laugh, Tara, when they're all in their pajamas and their slippers and that.
Yeah. In their French maid's outfit from the night before.
Yeah. Oh damn. right this way then. Jesus. See the state of them somewhere right near terrible. I wouldn't. I'd be embarrassed to go out like half of them dressed right near.
Really?
It's like, yeah, put some clothes on, man. You're taking your kid to school. Do you know what I mean? Like dressing gang, but like literally open with hardly nothing underneath. It's like have a bit of bit of decorum, woman. For God's sake, you're flashing your bits at me at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
You don't walk up to them and say, pity.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch him with a barge pole, Tara, some of them, to be honest. Oh, Christ. I have to get a few shots first. Oh.
My mate used to say, I wouldn't even go near that with your cock.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't even use yours. Oh, God.
Hi, boss.
Flashing bits. I had to come on.
Hey, boss.
I'm
Good
sorry,
morning.
I'm late for my job, boss. I try to be active next time.
So what's up, everyone?
Not a lot today.
Yeah, on a chill day today, boss. How's your day going, boss? You having a good day?
Well, it's 11 a.m. here, so I will be going to work in about a couple hours.
Yeah.
Oh, you do shift work, boss, don't you?
Yeah, but
Yeah, you said.
I was off yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. And yesterday was my first day of my 6 days on. I'm on the weekend, so.
Oh, right. Oh, you do shift patterns here.
Yeah.
Hard. It's quite hard, that is. What is it you do, boss? If you don't mind me asking. I know Terry mentioned about the oxygen bottles earlier.
I'm a sterile service technician, so which means that we are responsible for the, checking the quality and making sure the instruments, the operation instruments, are being cleaned and sterilized prior to operations.
Oh, nice. For the hospitals then, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty cool job. That's a pretty
We-
responsible job, isn't it?
We work and live on site at the hospital.
Ah, nice. Oh, fair play to you, brother. Fair play. I expect you got your work cut out in a minute, boss, haven't you, with all this virus going on at the minute? I expect they're...
Well, in our department, it just everything slowed down because every operation was postponed, and they were only doing traumas and emergencies only.
Oh, cool.
Then after they got because we work with several hospitals together, like the other hospital in our area, about 20 minutes away from here. We wanted to make sure that that hospital was a COVID-free one, so we could
Yeah.
transfer those patients that did have to go do some surgery done, that they would be safe to be able to stay there.
Yeah, it's important, isn't it? Especially on an operation or something. You don't want nothing going wrong.
No. Certainly, our hospital was turned into a COVID hospital, which is now reversed back to normal, apart from one ward. So we still have one ward that we contain the COVID positive patients.
Oh, that's good then. That's good. What is it like in your country, boss? Is it?
You mean here in the UK or in my
Oh, of
home
course,
country?
yeah. Sorry, you're in the UK, aren't you? Yeah, I'm not asking you. I'm in the UK as well. Yeah. I keep forgetting you're in the UK.
Hello, Heidi. Bonjour. Comment ça va?
Well,
Ooh, you.
David, can't you tell what the boss is from Birmingham by his accent?
Yeah, no, yeah.
The student like to pay or to buy my ticket now. Only said I will pay my half of my ticket. Oh my God! What kind of employer you have?
Yeah, she's worked for them for 17 years, and they won't buy her a fucking ticket home.
Oh, you're joking. 17 years?
Yeah.
Only if I'm you, since you're long time there and they don't buy your ticket, so I don't talk with them. I give them the money that need to pay. That I don't talk with them until I go home.
Oh, so you should be paying for the ticket.
I don't work
Or
too.
even take money out over like a year, like monthly. Deduct a little bit, but geez, 17 years.
Yeah.
They are heartless kind of person. They don't have consideration.
They don't look after you at all, do they? I got to admit, they just don't look after you. Oh, welcome in, Blinding Lights. Welcome in, my friend. Adrian's in the house. Here we go. The party's going to get started now. Here comes Adrian. There's another guy. He's always
Blinding
smiling.
Lights. Shout out to Blinding Lights, guys. He's my new friend from I forget what's the on the live last time.
All right.
Hi,
Blinding-
Gibo.
Oh no,
Hi,
it's not. It's
Remember me? You comment one of my best.
Nancy
Yes,
Boyd.
No. 250,000 peso would be a little bit overrated for paying a ticket.
I was
It's
gonna say,
the
yeah.
local currency where she's at.
250 KD.
What's the
KD.
KD? What's the KD? Where she's at?
120 KD is maybe 19,000 now. In 120.
That
So
sounds a
19,
lot.
more than 40,000, my God. More than 2 months of salary.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 months.
Can you repeat that again, Giggly? How much is 1 KD?
1 KD is 58 now. 58 pesos. 158, I mean 158 pesos. So
158.
maybe now this 120 KD is just 19,000. 120. So in 240 KD, it's 48. Oh, 38.
Hmm.
38,000. Almost
direct?
40,000.
Is that a direct flight as well, Giggly? Is it straight through or?
Maybe just one way.
It's a little bit more than 600 pounds.
Costs a lot of money. That is a lot of money.
2 months of work
Yeah.
to work stolen salary.
Yeah, that's a big chunk out of a year, isn't it? To be honest.
If it's me, yeah, I'm working, but I don't talk to them. Like
You
like
know-
what?
Yeah, David, can you imagine working for £300 a month?
No, Tara. Well, we're spoiled, ain't we? To be fair, but no, I wouldn't work for £300 a month, mate. Full stop. To be honest, like I can make more than that working for myself without
Yeah.
paying tax towards my government. To be honest,
Thank
that's
you,
terrible,
Blind.
isn't it?
I just wonder, and
in
maybe some of them they can just answer because some of them they are overseas OFWs. Now that you have experienced working overseas, would you still take the decision again to do the same thing all over?
That's a good point, boss. Yeah.
Would you still do it, Giggly?
Why?
Knowing now what you know now?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, you've made a decision to be an OFW, okay? But
Mhm.
knowing now what you know, would you still be able to do, or would you still decide to become an OFW again if you had to do it all over again?
Well, if I'm still on my here, I'm gonna do it again if needed.
Well, I've asked the same question to my girlfriend who's in Saudi, right? And she said the only reason why she goes back is because she has to provide money for her family.
That's
And she
what it all
can't
comes
do
down to, Terry, innit? They got to. I think, boss.
Yeah.
I think they ain't really got a choice. They can't earn any money in their country. I mean, £300
But
to us don't sound a lot, does it? But today, guys, is a lot of money. Let's be honest.
Of course,
Because
it is a
I'm
lot. It is a lot of money, but then you have to see the broad picture. Okay, like in Mars's experience now, if she wants to buy a ticket, she is not able to buy a ticket, or she has to waste 2 months of salary to it. Her boss is not cooperating. Then that's one thing. Another thing is, before you become an OFW, you don't really know in what kind of situation you're going to end up in. Meaning, okay, you have the vision of being able to work abroad, thinking on the back of your mind that you would have some couple days off yourself or time off for yourself, but most of the OFWs that I see, they don't
don't.
have it.
No.
So they are all stuck in that house, not being able to go outside, always being on call, so to speak, 24/7. So knowing all these things together now, if you had to rewind the time, would you do exactly the same again?
yeah,
That
I
so
will. For me, I'm gonna abroad again, but just in this house. I don't try if I gonna go in another house.
Yeah. I guess as well, like once you get to know the family, boss, I imagine you fall in love with the kids, don't you? Like you're part of the family
Because
from that regard, from your end. But
I'm a single mom with 3 kids, so I need to raise them, and I'm ready to sacrifice some of things, especially with the time with spending instead of spending with them.
But now again, okay, now since we are touching a serious topic now, okay, you being an OFW and like Mars and some other people in here, you work for such an amount of time overseas. Are you just doing it to maintain the lifestyle for your family members there? And if so, are you still able to save on top of it with the wage that you make at the moment?
Again.
he said giggly, like when you send your money back home to look after your family and that, like I'm guessing you haven't got a lot left, have you, to survive on?
You mean that about my salary like that?
Mm.
Yeah, I send them just for their 1 month. I'm keeping a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people they make that decision based on the type of work they're gonna do, the type of salary they're gonna get.
I did that.
But then once they find out, they end up in a family where they take away the passport. It's being hidden somewhere.
That's what
And
gets
then-
me, boss. That passport. That'd be me then. At that point, when they said, "Give me your passport," put in the safe, I'd be like, "Tell I'm out of here. You ain't taking my passport. That's my freedom to get out of this country. You ain't taking that away from me."
Certainly in those Middle Eastern countries, yeah. If they go more on the Western side, well, that's happening less. But
Yeah.
then on top of it, like earning the money that they get, knowing that they have to provide themselves for food. So in some cases, they have to buy themselves their own food.
Yeah.
In other cases, food is being made for them. So that's a top. But then on the other side, if you have to maintain your own costs,
Yeah.
deducted from the wage that you have. So that only means that you can only maintain the lifestyle of your family members, what they are leading, how they're leading their lives at the moment. But then on top of it, you have the dream to save money aside to build your own house, to buy your own land and things like that, to invest in something. But if you take the whole career thing, if they end up spending their life 5 or 10 years or 20 years plus, and then you come back home saying, okay, what did I actually achieve?
Yeah.
Nothing, because you just maintain the lifestyle of your family members, but there's nothing left for you. There's no
Yeah,
savings, there's no
that's
home,
hard.
there's no land.
Yeah. You're just getting by,
That's
aren't
why
you? Literally, just getting by in life.
that's why I want to go because I'm like I'm computing my salary.
Mm.
I get a little bit. It looks like this nothing also. So much better maybe I gonna go home and just spending time with my kids.
Yeah.
Since they are small, they are kids. I don't like to miss the whole of their life being a kids.
Yeah. But you're doing it for good reason, Gigi, aren't you? You're doing it to support your family and your kids, aren't you?
Yeah, but I know that my kids not only needs money, but of course they need a mother. They need also care of their mom, the time with their mom, attitude, not only money. I can
Heidi,
find it.
Heidi is asking how much is a salary as an au pair in the Philippines now?
In the Philippines.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
I think
I
it's
don't-
I think it's around 6K.
Maybe 6K or 5K.
Is it? Not a lot then.
Maybe in that it's just my look like I don't know how to say it. In my in for me only maybe 5,000 like that maybe if you're just look like a nanny or like that working
Yeah.
at house maybe 5K to 6K maybe.
I always wonder, boss, why is they always go to the AEU, like curating that? Like, is it just because it's closer, or I don't get that?
Well, for me, in my own perspective, it's like
Mm.
in the middle point of between the Western world and their own country. It's a major hub
Yeah.
to go quickly back home, and the prices are not that expensive to go back home, in a sort of speak.
Yeah.
Uh,
I see that.
but then
Yeah.
again, you end up in conditions that we don't really like to hear and see.
No,
Yeah.
the main reason why they use the UAE is because they can get a visa very easily there.
Also, yeah.
I was going to say, otherwise you'd be going to Europe, wouldn't you? You're bound to get like almost triple that easy in Europe if you find a good family, I'd imagine. Even in the UK, to be honest. I mean, what they pay for childcare, Tara, like the rich people, is insane. Absolutely insane. But they seem to get into Europe, like Sweden and places like that.
A bit.
Yeah, the UK doesn't accept anybody without a visa from outside the EU. That's what.
Yeah, I remember years ago, my mate, he's quite well off, like, and they had a Swedish au pair, like, come over look after the kids, because him and his wife worked in, like, had a really good job. She was on really good money, she was.
Yeah.
And he used to pay for all the flights and that. He used to, like, bring her family over, like, a couple of times a year and all that. They was really looked after.
I like Jem's comment. As an
Yeah.
OFW here in Kuwait, I help my family anytime, and I build my own house, and I feed my ex-husband for 6 years. Well, cut the feeding of your ex-husband, and you can put in a marble floor in your house.
Yeah, marble floor. Yeah, why was she feeding the ex-husband?
Maybe before maybe she feed it when they are not when maybe they are still together, but now maybe they are broke.
Oh, I got you. I was going to say, I mean, there must be jobs over there, like for guys. I imagine it's a bit harder for the women, but there must be jobs for guys over there in the Philippines. Like every time I hear someone's building a house over there, so there's got to be work, construction work, and that surely.
I don't feed my ex like me. Oh,
Yeah.
I gonna feed her as if you say I feed me, send me a food. My God.
Yeah, but there is jobs for guys over there, David. But when you're sending your wife abroad spend your money back. You're just going to sit there.
The
Yeah,
thing,
very
the
right.
whole thing about for the guys working in the Philippines is the mentality, the skills, and the dedication. You know,
Yeah.
if you can, yeah, I can easily say, oh yeah, I can do construction work, but when it comes up to the point, you know, that you have to do some electrical work and you cannot do it, they will say, okay, you're fired. So there's
Yeah.
another one who's able to multitask and be able to do the job for the same amount of money. You know.
Yeah, true, boss. And if they're willing to take less money, you're on it. You ain't getting anywhere, are you? To be honest.
No. Like the team that we use all the time when we are in the Philippines and they do, work on our place. They can do anything. I can ask them, to do the plumbing. I can ask to do the flooring. The last time we put in flooring in two major rooms. Our bedroom was 7 meters long, or
Yeah.
21 or 25 feet long by 15 feet to 16 feet wide. Well, they did it in 2 days.
Wow.
And then the next day I
Good
asked
fella.
them, oh, can you install a shower? Well, no problem. They installed the shower.
Yeah, most of them are training everything now.
All
aren't
around. All around work.
they? Yeah, you need it nowadays in building and construction, don't you? You need to like gas, electric. You need to be able to do all of it nowadays.
Yeah.
It's
I just
good
always
if you
thought.
have
Oh, go on, Diglett.
it's good in Philippines if you have a job every day.
Yeah,
But
of course
like in
it
the
is. Yeah,
province,
it's better for your soul,
but
isn't it?
like in the province, most of work is just farming.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it farm work? Yeah, that's our work as well. That's our job, to be fair. That's a really tough job, that is.
Then some of them, of course, you need if you're a farmer, and you have only a little bit income after you sell it because your fertilizer, seeds like that, chemicals you need to spray. You need
Yeah,
to
all
buy
makes
it,
up.
money with that. You can earn only a little bit. Then you need to
Yeah.
farm again.
I think that's everywhere though, Digley, innit? Like even over here farming. In fact, the government over here, they pay farmers not to grow anything, don't they, Ter?
Yeah.
They're quite well known for it. Like I know a lot of people who's got farmland and they get paid off the government not to actually grow anything.
You sell you buy this chemicals in a high price, but you sell your products in a low price.
Yeah. Yeah, so once you get to the market, you've got to match everyone else's prices, haven't you? Or undercut them.
How's it going, Fat Slap? Nice to see
Welcome
you
in,
in here.
Fat Slob. Welcome in.
Okay, hello.
I thought you was talking to me then, boss. Come on.
Yes, Terry. Oh, God.
No, Fat Slap is an American, I think, and he's living
no.
at the moment in Germany. So
Oh,
right.
nice. Oh, nice.
Oh. Guten Morgen.
I've never been to Germany, actually. I always wanted to go to Germany.
Guruhan baba. Hati hada
Germany,
siya. Guruhan sahan. Siya.
Germany is a nice country. Since I lived, was born in Belgium, and during my career, I used to go to Germany a lot of times as a express courier.
Oh, right, yeah.
If you go from down Köln to Frankfurt,
Yeah.
Munich. Once you pass Munich, it's a nice area.
Yeah.
And if you like the local wines, like the Riesling wine, like the area of Cochem, Koblenz, that area is very nice. It's if you're a wine. Well, if you're a wine addict or you like a good wine, the fruity wines from that area are very good. It's a white wine, fruity taste, a nice area. If you ride along through those little villages along the Mosel, what we call, it's a river,
Yeah.
and all those local houses that are traditional houses there is they
Yeah,
are
it's
very
nice,
well
isn't it?
maintained.
Yeah, I heard the countryside's really beautiful over there, a bit like the UK in that regard.
Oh no, well, no. If you compare UK, you only see green and cheap. Germany can offer you a hell of a lot more for the same amount of money, I think.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'd imagine it is. Yeah. Yeah, Munich. I've always wanted to go to Munich. I'd visit there. Like you said, it is a bit. It's not as good as what it used to be, by what I've heard. But I still want to visit there. Some interesting places in Munich.
Well, a BMW factory.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the guy,
BMW
the guy is
fans.
from Las Vegas. I was there in 2004. I spent 6 weeks in Las Vegas, and then 7 months almost backpacking around Mesquite, Nevada,
Oh, nice.
up to Oregon and Portland, and from Portland to San Diego, California. Yeah,
Oh,
nice
nice all
area.
round. Yeah, you got to have a good look round America. I've never been to America. Our mum went over there a few times. We got family over there. Our dad went to Las Vegas about 2 years ago. He loved it. Then he went for 2 weeks. He absolutely loved it. It's like out of this world, he said.
He shouldn't have said nothing because what goes on in Las Vegas stays there.
That's true.
I don't know what happened because they like when they come back, they went. But my cousin, he's like a year younger than me. He got locked up for something. They managed to get him out. I don't know how they got him out, but he got up to some mischief and got caught.
And you know what stays most of it in the Vegas, Terry?
Yeah.
Your money.
Yeah,
The money,
exactly. Yeah. I'm not a big gambler, boss. To be honest, I wouldn't go. I'd rather see the shows and like. I mean, I have a go on the gambling machines and that, but I'm not a big gambler anyway.
No,
I just-
it's inviting. You know, the whole strip is intentionally made so.
Oh yeah.
If you walk down the strip, you know, there's no seating area, and
No.
that's made on purpose. They want to
Yeah.
they want to attract people inside. So if you want to have a drink,
Yeah.
you'll go inside one of those casinos, and then okay, they try to hook you up. Oh, here you have a drink. You buy
Yeah.
your drink, and then they guide you to a table, and then they guide you to a slot machine, and from that moment you're sold. You know, people
Yeah.
start playing. First they start to spend their coins, and then afterwards they put in the notes, and then the credit cards, and then suddenly, you know, they come back
It's broke.
with empty pockets.
They do it with the food as well. Our dad said. He said like he likes the gambling, like the slot machines, and he said like they come over and start bringing you food for free to keep you in there, obviously, keep you inside the building. Like, but I suppose that's what they got to make their money, aren't they? You're all geared to lose money, though, aren't you? It's the fun of it, I suppose, the thrill of it.
But what I don't understand, and these places cost a fortune, right?
Hmm.
How do they make their money if you've got a chance of winning and coming out there on top? You know, you got to just use a bit of common sense, haven't you? Really?
Yeah, exactly, Ter. You got to look at it from that perspective, aren't you? That you're not going to win big unless the luck's on your side. Unbelievable.
I mean, it's nice for a little bit of excitement, I suppose. You know, maybe you'll win something, maybe you won't. But people get addicted, and it's terrible.
Oh, there's more addicted people than non-addicted, to be honest.
Yeah.
In the world, like it's a dangerous place to go if you're addicted to gambling. I wouldn't want to go there then.
In the 2 weeks that I spent on the strip and visiting the casinos, I lost about 8,000 USD.
Wow. That's a lot
Yeah,
of money, isn't it?
that's a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, but you enjoyed it, though, boss. I'm guessing. You
But,
still
yeah,
enjoyed
of
it, didn't
course,
you?
yeah. It's the thing, you know. It's like you said, is the excitement, the experience, and it all starts like that, you know. You spend a lot, you see, you win, and then the winnings that you make, you spend it back, but then you spend on top a little bit more, and the whole vicious circle starts, you know. And if you don't withdraw yourself back from it, you're spending every day of your holiday up there. So that's why I made the decision.
you're
2 weeks.
Yeah, you're always trying to win money. Like when you lose money, the first thing you do is you want to win it back, don't you? Which is a stupid. Like I always have a cut off when I gamble. That's the way I do it. I'll give myself a limit, and no matter what, once you hit that limit, that's it. Game over. You got to have a line, aren't you? At some point.
Yeah. Well, my ex-business partner, which was my brother-in-law, married to my sister, he was an addicted gambler, and he used to go to casinos in London, and he used to have dogs. He used to own dogs. He used to be part shares in horse racing,
Yeah.
a horse, and he would only tell you when he won anything, you know.
Yeah, never when they're losing. Yeah.
And he ended up losing my side of the business as well. His own house.
Oh, you're joking.
No. I had to sell the property that we owned together. I just about got a sniff out of what was left on that.
How much was he go into debt, Terry? Do you know?
Oh, it was hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's so easy to do, though, isn't it? Because they give you line of credit. They give you the credit, but then that's it. When they want the money back.
Yeah.
I noticed over. I don't go to the casino that often, but once in a while, like a few mates do. But last time I went, it's the Asian people that go in there. Terror is unbelievable. They're
Yeah.
dropping a couple of grand on the spin of a roulette. I'm like, that's mental.
Yeah.
Obviously, they got the money, but I still wouldn't do that if I had the money, to be honest.
Crazy, mate.
Yeah, it's like the thrill, isn't it? It's that thrill, and like Boss said, you get caught up in it. Everyone around you, like someone next to you's winning,
Yeah.
it makes you think that you're going to win, but it's geared not to let you win. I mean, the house will always take you no matter what. And they're very shit on like cheating, aren't they? They know every single little scam in like Las Vegas. You wouldn't even attempt it over there anymore.
Mm.
They used to bury you in the desert, didn't they? If they catch you, I mean, yeah, they didn't. Yeah, when the mafia and that ran it, they didn't mess about. I mean, it was money laundering for them. They were putting their money into it and cleaning their money up.
Do you know what I think's amazing? These card counters. Have you ever seen them?
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
insane.
I don't know if you watched that film Rain Man, but that's a brilliant film.
Yeah, it's very
He-
clever how they do it, Terry, and some of the technology they use nowadays.
But even though that they use no devices, they use no external earpiece or anything like that, or camera,
Mm.
and they count the cards, and all these big casinos have got photos of them, and they ban them, ban the people from coming.
Yeah,
in.
like Most Wanted, isn't it? Most Wanted list and all that.
Even though they're not cheating, they're not cheating.
Technically, you're not. Yeah, technically, you're not cheating. You're not using A to win on the gamble, are you?
But they're just very clever people.
But I notice you can do that with gambling machines as well, Tara. Like if you sit, like if you're around a few gambling machines and you sit and watch for long enough, see how
Yeah.
many people's, because it doesn't matter how much they're putting in, it is how much coins going in at the end of the day, and it'll always have a pattern no matter what. It's a machine. There's an
Yeah.
algorithm. So after you've worked that out, like 4 or 5 people are loading that machine up. If you jump in at the right time, you're going to get that payout guaranteed.
Yeah,
But you've got to have the time to do it. That's the problem with it. You've got, you know what I mean? You've got to put the prep work in to get anything out of it, really.
Yeah.
But some people are just really lucky on these fruit machines. Like my mate, he's like every time he goes near a fruit machine, he put a tenner and he walk away with 50 quid every time. Just luck. Just
Yeah.
skill, I think. Just skill and luck, really.
I was just wondering, Fatslop vlog, if he's still in here. Did he ever go to the Philippines before? Because on the comments I read, you know, he will go to the Philippines to find a girl.
Hmm.
It's quite mysterious if you have never been there and picking out specific that country to find somebody.
yeah.
Does he have any relations with the Philippines prior to that, or what?
Yeah, that's a good question. To be fair, you're better off finding a Filipino on YouTube, I think, to be honest, instead of traveling over there. If you want to do LDR, obviously. You know, some people don't want to do LDR, do they? Some people would rather go to the country and find someone that way. But
Subic Bay in '86. Subic Bay '86. Let me guess. You were military.
yeah, it's
Ah,
got to be
see,
86, hasn't it? Yeah, yeah. You stationed over there, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so
But
you
have
moved
you-
way around then.
Fatslap, have you ever been back then since then? Why doesn't he come online? You know, Giggly, share the link so he can jump online. It's easier to talk.
Yeah, I was going to say, instead of him typing out,
Hold on a minute. I'll put the link down.
you got it there, Ter?
Yeah. Hold on.
Hey, welcome in, Tony. How you doing, brother? Seen our Tony for ages. Are you keeping well, Tony?
Hey Tony, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, many times since 2017. Oh, nice. I say you'd have to go for boss. You'd have to go for a while, wouldn't you? If you want to meet a girl over there, unless you're really lucky, you're going to be over there for more than a few weeks, wouldn't you? That's a book a month or
Yeah.
so.
Well, you know, if it's with the intention seeking girls, you know, as a foreigner, you're just, you know, the bullseye. You know, every girl, if you go somewhere, you will attract many girls around you. It's just
Yeah.
for you to pick. You know, it's not like you're being the hunter chasing down the predator.
Yeah.
No, you're
Yeah, I know what you mean.
you are the predator and everybody comes to you, so you just have to pick and choose and pick. But then again, yet, you know, of course, after spending quite some time and exploring the areas in the Philippines, it's up to you which type of woman you're looking for, and because
That's what
there's
it comes down
there's
to,
a
isn't
big
it, boss?
difference. Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
difference dating girls from big cities such as Manila, Cebu, um, compared to meeting girls in on the provinces.
Yeah.
Uh, we hang out a lot. Specifically me. You see me hang out in those trolls channels and everything, and
Mm.
they are always bashing on the province Filipina girls.
Mm.
But in fact, you're better off with a province girl rather than with a westernized girl, because they really know how to empty your pockets and screw you over multiple times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the province girl, they are like me. Okay, I'm from province.
They're
When
more
when
down
I
to earth, aren't they, Giggly?
yeah, when I'm with the Christian,
Mm.
even loud, I don't like to receive anything. I feel shy. That I don't like that some people thinking
But
that
that's good, Giggly. That means you're independent, Giggly. That's a good thing in
yeah,
life. To be fair, like yeah, stand on your own 2 feet. That's a girl that every guy wants. To be honest, let's be
yeah.
fair.
No,
I don't
no,
like
no,
that.
no, 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 David, I disagree. A girl who's laying on her back, that's what every guy wants.
Terry.
No, but it's the
But is it
first
long
time.
term, Terry? Is that going to be long? That's the problem, isn't it, with a girl like that? Do you know what I mean? It ain't going to be long term, is it? Like you, if you want the quick fun, then yeah, fair enough. I understand that. You've got no problem with that.
It's a very strange thing to hear from Giggly, because of all the time that I've been into channels like this, and talking about the Filipino topic.
Mm.
It's the first time that I hear saying a Filipina, certainly a province girl saying, "Oh, it's nice to receive something," but at the same time, they are not really asking for it and they are feeling shy. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I experienced a lot of times while I was in the Philippines. Even if you're trying to help somebody out that oh, they can really use the help, they
Yeah.
don't like to accept it, because it's like they don't want to present themselves as askers.
Yeah.
Somebody
Well,
yeah,
they're
who
proud
who
boss,
is
isn't
asking
they?
for help. They
They're
are
proud,
proud
isn't
on
they?
themselves.
Yeah. Fair play to them, man. Fair play. Yeah, you have a bit of pride in that.
and it,
Everyone
and
needs help, don't they? Everyone needs help once in a while, but like, yeah,
Yeah, but you don't hear those type of stories up on the Philippine channels, because they are just bashing those type of people out as exploiters, and
Yeah, exactly.
scammers and things like that.
yeah.
But
I
in,
never,
in
I
the
just,
real yeah
I
in
didn't
the
get
real
it,
in
boss.
the real life, it's totally different.
Yeah, they're giving you their version, isn't they? Like it can't be as bad as what they say. And the thing is, like they annoy me because they moan about all this but they go over there every year. Like you still go back over, so it can't be that bad if they're
I
going
know.
back.
Well, yeah, that's what I was always thinking. You hear those people complaining about being scammed this, and you have to watch out for that. If you experience a bad experience, well, you don't go back anymore. It's the same in your
Exactly.
home country. If you experience a bad deal in a store, okay,
Hmm.
then you'll say, okay, that's the first and the last time you'll see me. So
Yeah.
that same principle should go for tourist destinations.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like booking a holiday to Iraq, innit? And then getting shot at, and then I'm saying to the boss, "Hey, I'm going to go back over next year." Yeah, it's great. It's like, you wouldn't visit again, would you, if you hated it that much? Some of these trolls are weird. I just don't get them, to be honest. I don't understand them at all.
It all comes down to integrating into the community, seeing how the community runs their own community,
Hmm.
and talking to the locals. People
And
saying, "Oh,
respect, innit, boss? It's
well,
respect. Like you
yeah,
should do
of
that with
course."
any country. Any country you go to, respect their laws, and you won't go far wrong at the end of
Of
the day.
course, it all comes down to integrating respect and showing the appreciation for the things that they are doing. But most of the Western people, they just look at those people down and saying, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
look, they are living in a shacky house and all this and that." But those people, they live in their country for centuries.
Yeah,
And that country is developing slowly but surely. So give them the time you know to raise themselves up and to get on the next level on the ladder.
yeah,
It's not going to be easy, but it was not easy for ourselves, when we had to suffer in world wars. We
yeah,
had to rebuild things up again.
yeah.
So we experienced in a way the same thing as what the Philippines is experiencing every day. But because we are Western countries, we had more the opportunity and the funds to build our countries back up faster than the Philippines is able to do.
Yeah.
I always find in life, boss, like the people that haven't got a lot are always the most happy people. To be honest, I don't care
Always.
what. Oh yeah, every single time, mate. Like money just seems more problems. Is what I've worked out in life. You need a bit to get by. Don't get me wrong, but all these people that are super rich now, they moan about everything. It's like more money, more problems. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yes, correct.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's like no, I don't understand it.
Correct.
Live a happy life. We only
I
get
agree
one
with that.
life. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking before I'm on Philippines, we're just thinking about food every day, just
Yeah.
a little bit money. But when I'm here, I have a salary let's say a little big salary, but still not enough. I need more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I'm on the province,
But look
it's
how happy you are, Giggly. Like just comparing you to a UK girl at your age. If you offered them £300 a month in a job, they literally look daggers at you. They, you know what I mean? There's no way they take it. Where you're there, you're happy every day. Do you know what I mean? You're enjoying your job. Like you obviously enjoy doing childcare and stuff like that.
yeah,
And you're happy. You know what I mean? Obviously, you want more money. Of course, everyone wants more money because you deserve it. You deserve more money, but you're still happy in your life.
mm. You
Some
need
some
to
people
be,
ain't satisfied, are they?
you don't need to be sad every day. Because
No.
if like me, I'm far from my family and I'm sad every day. So I'm getting sick. That I'm stressed every day. It's not good.
No, it ain't
Mm.
good for you. It's not good for you long term. You're right there.
You see the big difference. You see the big difference in the mentality. Like a couple minutes ago, when we were talking about the wages in foreign countries or ASOFWs, you just said, okay, I wouldn't go to work for that amount of money, but the Filipinos, even they get up if they get a job, and it pays them 300 peso a day, they would get up, and do the
Oh
job
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
Of
it
course.
Yeah.
brings food on the table. While we are saying, oh, for that amount of money, I don't even put one leg out of the bed,
Yeah.
to work for it.
Oh, we are spoiled, boss. Even I'll admit
That's
that.
that. It comes down to that. Yeah, we are way too
We're
spoiled
spoiled.
about.
Yeah, we're super spoiled. To be fair, especially in
Yeah.
Europe. To be fair, we are.
The big difference between the Philippines and the Western world, they do not get any benefits, do they? There's no benefit.
There's nothing, Terry. Is there nothing?
Yeah, that's a big downside about the Philippines, that you don't have any backup system,
Yeah.
in case
Yeah.
if you run out, or the only thing that they have, people have to spend time, even if for mothers, like getting child support, having some benefits from the government. It takes a hell of a lot of time out of the day to get the paperwork done, and then not even talking about the bureaucracy that happens afterwards before you
Yeah.
even get the money in the first place.
Mm.
How much do you reckon they rely economy wise? Do they rely on tourism then, boss? In the Philippines, I'm guessing there's a huge amount in it.
Sorry.
Well,
The economy in the Philippines. Do they rely heavily on tourism? Is that like
Oh,
the major?
sure.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
what I always thought. I always thought that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but the biggest contributor to their GDP is the OFW. That's
Oh, is
the
it?
big. Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, I didn't know that.
70% of their GDP comes from people who work and send money back.
Wow.
to
In
Oh,
Saudi
God.
now, they take 15% salary for VAT for this W.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
tax per. Yeah. Well, that's a lot, isn't it? 70%. Dang.
15%. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
You
a
don't
lot.
you don't have enough sleep. You have too much work. Then they take just 15%. My God.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's too. Yeah, ain't
It's
fair.
look like your work and your effort like that. Your sweat is just free.
Yeah, yeah. That's how. I bet that's how it feels, isn't it, Giggly?
Mm.
Yeah, well, that's only just come in recently. I think it's about 4 or 5 months ago, Giggly. Yeah,
Mm.
that because my girlfriend works in Saudi and she's really upset about it.
Yeah, I don't think blame her, though, Tara. That's quite a bit of a chunk, innit? Out your
Yeah.
wages, to be fair, 15. How does their hospital systems work over there in Tara? They haven't got no like any kind of national health or anything. Then it's all private.
Yeah. If you haven't got the money, you don't go to hospital.
Oh, as simple as that, is it? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, we don't realise how lucky we are. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, just do not understand why Western businesses don't invest in the Philippines, like build factories. They're the hardest workers in the world.
Exactly. Yeah,
They
you
don't
make the
build
money.
factories. They don't. Yeah, it's nonsensical to me.
Because they started doing it with Thailand, didn't they, Tara? Like years and years ago, when it got popular, the money started pouring in there for the leisure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it built Thailand. It built like Thailand up. To be fair, the Philippines should be on that stage by now.
Well, the Russians pumped a load of money in Thailand.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, a lot. But they do it everywhere now. I think they bought half of London. I think the Russians, to be honest.
Yeah.
They got the money, haven't they?
Vanessa.
Yeah, it's like a catch-22 system, isn't it? You can't win over there in the Philippines, to be honest. You can't make money. It's just like no way you can do anything.
I don't know if you know. I can't. Her name's Vicky, but I think it's Pinoy, exotic Pinoy or something. Her channel name is.
Oh, I think no. Yeah, I think I know the one you're on about.
Well, she's working all the time. I mean, she's like a little machine. She's on Facebook selling stuff. She sells frozen food to the locals. She does like when the tourist was there, she used to do excursions with them. But now, I mean, she's absolutely knackered now.
Yeah, because no one's visiting, are they?
No.
That's the way to do it, Tara, innit? To make your own money. Like that. That sounds like the only way to do it over there.
I mean, like the stuff she sells, the frozen food she sells, she makes about 5% if she's lucky on what she sells. You know,
which doesn't sound a lot to us, but they really that's a lot to them, innit? They appreciate that.
Yeah. But she said, you know, it keeps rice on the table. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like I know it sounds horrible, doesn't it? But like the way we think, like when you get paid, you think, oh, I want to buy an iPhone, I want to buy a new TV, or I want to buy a new leather sofa, and they're worried about their rice at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? That's perspective wise. You think, oh my god, and they probably got happier lives than us, to be fair. Let's be honest.
Like Heidi is saying, you know, they have triple S in the Philippines, like a social security system, but very less help in terms of hospitalization. The only thing you have is the Philippine healthcare, which gives you a discount of 25% on your total bill.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, it's not much. And for the foreigner who wants to apply for the Phil Health, you know, for local, they pay yearly. I think it's 1,000 or 1,005 or 1,009 a year. But for the foreigner to have the same benefits, it costs for a foreigner 17,000 peso a year. So that's almost multiplied by 10. You know, and you don't get any privileges for that. You know, you get the same privileges as the local one.
What's that class as then, boss? That like a medical insurance? Is that
it's like some type of a medical insurance that covers, you know, where they give you a discount of 25%. I think it is.
Yeah, it's a different world, isn't it? It's an absolute different world. It's an eye-opener. It is eye-opener.
For local, they are glad to say, okay, yeah, I have Phil Health, but then for a foreigner, you're better off getting yourself a private health insurance.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't agree with her about like health insurance, to be honest, just in case anything happens.
And the whole system is totally screwed up. You know, I experienced myself last December when one of the workers in our place, you know, he cut himself by picking out. He was scraping the old glue from the floor before they put on the tiling.
Yeah.
And he cut himself with one of those scrapers on his wrist. So there was a small gap in his wrist, and he didn't say anything. He just wrapped around a tissue. And then a couple hours later, I just noticed it, and I said, "Well, what happened to you?"
Yeah.
And then he was talking in Tagalog, you know, saying that he cut himself. I said, "No. You're not going home like that. You know, I'm taking you down to the hospital." No hospital. I said, "Why? No money." I said, "Don't worry about it. You know, I'll pay for it. I'll take you down." So I took him down to the local hospital, which took us for about 6-7 hours standing in the blazing sun before we got him treated. Then the doctor, he examined him, you know, he gives us a little paper. He tells us, "Oh, go to the pharmacy, get the medication, the injection, and come back."
Yeah.
That was
not
already
gonna
an
get
experience for
infected,
myself
innit?
because if you get a tetanus shot, they will give you a tetanus shot at the local hospital itself here.
Yeah, same as
You have
over.
to get your medication first and come back to the hospital and wait again in line until they call you to give you the medication and send you off. And
Well, good for you,
eventually,
boss. Good for you, man. Good for you doing that.
when I went there, it didn't cost me anything. I said, "How much do I have to pay?" "Oh, nothing," he said. I said, "How come I don't have to pay?" "Oh,"
Yeah.
and he tells me, "Oh, if you really want to make a donation, feel free to do so." So I gave him a donation.
Oh yeah, fair play for doing that. Oh, yeah, if that would have got infected, he could have lost his
Yeah, yeah,
hand.
yeah. But certainly, like I said, those guys are multitaskers. So one day they are doing the flooring, one day they can do put in a septic tank, or they're cleaning the septic tank. So you don't want that to become infected if they are changing
Oh
materials.
no. Yeah,
So
exactly.
you just let it get. You just take care of it and let it heal. And so after a week and a half, then I saw him back, and I asked him, how's your wrist?" "Oh, it's healed very well." And he
Oh,
thanked
that's
me
Slung.
that's
multiple
good.
times.
Yeah.
Slung. Gimme.
Yeah, I can't believe he's going to leave it, boss. I can't believe he would have left it like that. Like, that's dangerous. That is.
Yeah, but it's quite a shame to see, that lots of foreigners who are building or doing construction, they are in a way they are really offering a job, but in my eyes, it's more exploiting the guys because they make those guys come at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. They
Mm.
let them work until 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, and then they if they end up with injuries, they don't even take care of it. And even for, like we just discussed, like a moment ago,
Mm.
if you're dealing with local province people, they are very ashamed of themselves to ask for something. So even if they hurt themselves, they will not come up to you as
Yeah.
you being the employer saying, "Oh, sir, I got myself. Can we go to a hospital?" You will not hear that. They will take care of it themselves.
Yeah. So proud. Like, oh, it's sad, really. Like you said over here. Like as soon as you cut your finger, you got to put in the accident book over here. I mean, they're ready to ferry you off to the hospital. Like, but and like you said, with the hours, making people work from 6 to 7 at night, like hard labour, it's a matter of time before you have an accident. It's only a matter of time, isn't it? You
Oh
can't
yeah.
concentrate like that and do heavy work all day. You can't do it. It's impossible.
No. Well, like the building that was going on across from our house, that was an OFW Filipino, but he makes serious amount of money, and he
Yeah.
has a mansion that's, I think, triple than ours. And while we were staying there in December, then there was a whole lot of construction going on because the employer wanted it to be finished before the 24th of December, before Christmas, because at Christmas then they are celebrating, and everything was organized, that there was music going on, food would be distributed and things like that. And then at the end of the day, I think on 25th or something, then everybody was standing at his gate, because in the Philippines celebrating Christmas is like everybody comes sing carols.
Yeah. I
But
like how they do it over
kids,
there.
but not only kids, but also adults. They are waiting at the houses where the most privileged people are living, and they are standing and making the kids sing carols. And then at the end of the thing for the kids, then the adults are standing there waiting until the owner opens the gate, and then you have a guard opening the gate, and then you just walk in a line, and you wish him Merry Christmas, and the owner of that property, he will give the people money. The
Yeah.
last of those are the police guys, the PNPs. They come in as last. It was quite extraordinary to see that even the police was waiting in line to go wish him Merry Christmas, and they walk out with money in their pocket.
That is old, isn't it? Yeah. You wouldn't get that over here. Well, they're not allowed to, are they, over here? They're not allowed to take any sort of money.
No, but even my Mahal, she asked me, "Come, Mahal, let's go there." But because the wife of that house, it's a good friend of hers, so, and I didn't even know, and she invited me. "Oh, let's go, let's join the line." I said, "Mahal, come on now. We are adults in our culture. We are not doing that. We send
Yeah.
out kids to go sing and have their own fun and experience. But as an adult, you just stay behind and have a lookout." No. We as adults, we are doing exactly the same thing. Oh, my God, it was such an embarrassment for myself
It is that culture
to be
difference.
standing
isn't it?
as a foreigner, to be as a foreigner standing between all those locals waiting in line to wish him Merry Christmas. But then eventually the guard let us through. We got some kind of a VIP treatment because my girlfriend knows the wife, so and we spent time there and we talked to the wife and the boss. So,
Yeah.
and, but it's still the moment that you wait in line as a foreigner, it's quite awkward, and you see those locals looking at you. What the hell is this foreigner doing in the line? You know,
It's bizarre, isn't it? When the way
It
you
is.
said it then is like over, like if someone's like trick or treating or whatever, or even carol sing. Well, no, not so much carol, but if you get like someone who ain't a teenager or younger and they're doing like trick or treat, you just like go away. Do you know what I mean? You're an adult, go away. You know what I mean? Go in there, get a
Yeah,
job, earn
yeah.
some money. Oh, yeah, that culture difference is amazing.
But some of that, especially these adults doing that caroling, they do that. Then they earn. Then after if the Christmas coming, then they pack the gift and give to other people also.
Oh, that's
Or
good. Yeah, that's good.
they have like
But
charity
Well,
like that.
Well, it is a
Giggly,
time of giving, isn't it? Christmas is a time of giving. You should be giving, not receiving.
Giggly. You know what's funny? During all the
Uh,
times that I've been, during all the times that I've been into the Philippines, I've been going to the Philippines since 2012, and all the time that I was there, you could see beggars all over the place, homeless people, beggars, professional beggars on every corner of the street. Now I said to my mahal, let's go to the mall SNR, and we did some shopping for ourselves for Christmas, and then in my mind it just popped up. Okay, let me do something good. I picked a box. I asked the box on the reception, and I filled up the box, with goodies, like shampoo, soap, rice, canned food, snacks, things what people can use.
Essentials. Yeah, basically essentials, isn't it?
Yeah, drinks and things like that, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and I spent about 2,500 peso on it, on that box. And the next morning with Christmas, we woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning. No, 4:30 in the morning. We went at the mass at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the box with me, thinking, okay, while we go to church and enjoy the mass, when we come back out, I can offer it to somebody who really needs it.
Yeah, make their
That
day.
day, I walked with that box for 3.5 hours, and we didn't find anybody. Not even at
Oh.
Jollibee's, not even at the Morrisons,
Oh,
not
bless you. Oh,
no,
bless
no.
you. Walking around
So
with bells.
eventually, I said to myself, Mahal, let's go back home. We took a tricycle back home, but from previous times, I knew there were always family. There was a family living underneath the trees on a field on the upper corner of our street. So
Oh,
I went back up there and see if they were there, and I saw two women hidden in the corner of that field. They were having their little barbecue setting on, and there were
Yeah.
two chickens and a couple dogs walking around with a wooden shed in the corner hidden under a tree. And that's where I ended up giving that box to, because you couldn't find any other people, because on the other occasions when we went out, we had kids running behind our back,
Yeah.
asking for money. But instead of giving money, we invited them into a Korean restaurant.
Mm.
So and they were having a meal with us. We had 4 kids at the same time while we were having our dinner. But then
Oh, that's
on a
nice.
day like
That's
Christmas, on a day like Christmas, you won't see any of those people around, because I think all the money that they earned that year, they are spending it and they are wrapping their own Christmas presents.
Yes, that's it.
It's because they're proud,
Because
isn't it? Like you said, boss, they're proud, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Yeah, yeah. That's all you got in life if you ain't got money. Is your pride, isn't it?
But those are the type of experiences that you cannot experience yourself in any other type of country. You end up with even rough sleepers here in the UK,
Ah,
but they hang out every day. It's not like on Christmas you won't see them anymore. You will see them on Christmas, but there in the Philippines, everybody is out, is at home, spending time with their families.
Well, you say that about the home. I know the homeless problem's pretty bad over in UK, but even nowadays, like we had a case in our local town centre last year, and the guy was he was well known. He was there every day outside the shops. Then they caught him getting into a Mercedes at the end of the day, boss.
Yeah,
I mean?
but those are the professionals. That's what I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah.
in the Western countries, they drop those off in vans or big
Yeah, I've seen them.
car,
I've seen them do it. Yeah.
German cars, and then at the end of the shift, you know, they pretend to be crippled for the rest of their life, and then you see them at the end of the shift, you know, standing up, walking like a normal
Yeah.
person,
Yeah.
and get
Oh,
into a
it's,
black Mercedes.
it's wrong, isn't it? It's wrong. Absolutely wrong, man.
You
Yeah,
know,
make things what's
Filipinos,
in their head.
they earning money, especially for Christmas. They don't celebrate their birthday. Just keep the money for Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah,
Some
do they,
people,
get through to Christmas like?
yeah,
Oh,
that's the very special day for almost the people in the Philippines.
yeah, it's a very big Christian holiday, isn't it? To be fair.
Mm.
Yeah, but it started already. It's Burn month this month. It started
yeah.
already.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Berber, yeah.
We a couple months ago, we had a live stream somewhere. I don't know anymore. Was it on my own live stream or somebody else's live stream? I don't remember. But we had even a discussion whether you would rather give money to a professional beggar or to somebody occasional that you come across the street that's homeless.
Well, that's
And
a
then
good
you
question.
and then you end up with people saying, "Oh, you're better off if you come across a professional beggar every day to spend a 1 peso instead of giving the goods to an occasional person that you come across because you might be stalked by that person, while the
Yeah.
professional beggar is just, you know, depending on the passengers or the people passing by asking for a small donation, which in a way I don't really, well, from personal experience, I don't really agree with that. You know, it for me, it makes me feel better to give to a local random person that you know they having a hard time
Yeah.
making their day good, and you know they will be taken care of for a couple days or a week or something, and uh, and knowing at the same time, you know, they will appreciate it much more rather than the professional one, because the professional one, he's just, you know, sitting at his own spot every day knowing there's a lot of traffic, pedestrian traffic passing by,
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
they
you're
are
right
just
there.
relying on that anyway. So and
Mm.
the appreciation of that is less than from a local person that you come across randomly.
Yeah, there's the right way of doing it, isn't there, as well, boss, at the end of the day. Like I generally I generally because you got to remember, you got to try and work out why they're on the street. I know it's hard to do, but like sometimes it's like drug dependence, alcohol dependence. Like, so you got to be careful. You can't just give people money on the streets. You got to be very careful how you do it. But I generally, I'll go in the shop, if there's a shop, Luke, I'll buy them like a drink, whatever, and a pack of sandwiches and something to eat, and then chat to them for a bit, sit down and chat to them, and then you get the general ideal. They usually tell you, don't they? They're pretty open. If they're
Yeah.
on the street, they don't chat to no one all day. People just literally ignore them all day. So sit down and chat to them for 10 minutes. They open up to you anyway. So you can tell why they're there. And then if you feel comfortable, then you can give them money then. You knows he's not going to go on drugs or alcohol or anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
stuff
I
like
have
that.
to I have to laugh with the comment that Heidi makes. You know, this is what I miss in the Philippines: the simplicity of life. No mailbox.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
the no mailbox thing is something that I also experienced. You know, of all the times that I've spent there, I've never seen a letter coming through our passing through the door. I don't know how or when they get the mail, but when we come back from the Philippines, we end up with with a couple of envelopes, you know, and that's about it. But
Yeah.
if you even spend 2 weeks or 4 weeks, you never see a letter coming through the door. I don't know when or how they get the mail.
That's how the UK's going now. We used to get postman every day. You get the postman once a week if you're lucky nowadays, to be honest.
really, David?
Yeah, a murder. Well, it might be just my area of terror, but yeah, I haven't seen our postman for, ages. Absolutely ages. It's only when I order some online, I know he's definitely going to turn up. Otherwise, he ain't seen the. And if it ain't that, they put the card through the door. You know, I've missed you. It's like
Yeah, that's even though you're there. Yeah.
I've caught him like 3 or 4 times, to be fair, like running off up the road. I'm like, I was in. I'm in. Like, I'm here. Like, and he's running back to the van. It's because they're on a schedule, isn't it? They're rush all the time. That's the problem.
I mean, they've cut the service since the problem started. They've cut the service down to once a week here.
Yeah.
But it's usually every day. It used to be every day they come.
That's what we're used to, Tara, innit? Daily post, do you know what I mean? Like, or even if you didn't receive anything, you still see them out and about. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, my post lady, she's brilliant. She comes and has a cup of coffee with me, and we have a bit of a chat when she. Because
That's
they
the key,
cover
Tara.
vast-
Look
yeah,
after them, innit?
they cover vast areas over here, David. Well, where I am, I mean, it's so remote.
I was gonna say you're up in the mountains, didn't you? So it's a
Yeah.
trek for them, innit?
Yeah,
But you should do that, Tara. Look after them. It benefits you, doesn't it? I always give
Yeah.
them a Christmas tip. Like if
Yeah.
when it's cold now, I'll always offer them a coffee or whatever. Or if it's raining, I'll say come in out of the rain for 10 minutes. Dry yourself off by the heater.
that's right.
Yeah, and I agree, Heidi. Yeah, I do. When we talk about the Philippines like that, I miss it too. It's like you said, the simplicity of life. There's no rush and things. But the funny part about that is, here in the Western countries, we always say, "Oh, we don't have time to do this and to do that." But then once you're in the Philippines, it's so laid back that you do have the time, but then you don't know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you say that, boss, like over like in our countries, so when they say they haven't got time to do anything, it's because they got a load of crap to do, innit? Let's be honest. It ain't
Yeah.
nothing. They're not doing anything major, are they? It's a load of rubbish, isn't it? We just fill our life with so much rubbish just to keep ourselves busy, where their life's a lot more better, in a word. Yeah, simple life. Can't go wrong with a simple life.
Dili baras kila maingin.
My Mahal and myself, we even still talked about it yesterday. Where do we see ourselves in about from 20 years from now? You really want to go back into the Philippines and things like that. I always said to her, and yesterday I even repeated, if it was up to me, and if we were financially capable to support ourselves, I would just be there at the moment. I would take the next plane that was available and go up there.
I think I'd be happier. I'd be happier with the simple life, boss. It suit me better, to be honest, instead of the hustle and bustle all the time.
It
Too much
is.
stress.
The thing is, it's more accepted in those type of countries, in the Asian countries, to have a laid back life. If you would implement that same type of life here in the Western country, they think you're a lazy ass, you're not
Exactly.
contributing and things like that, and
Yep.
you're benefiting from the government, while you just want to simplify your life.
Yeah, you live longer, won't you? You'll be healthier. You live longer.
Yeah, the hustle and the bustle, we don't need that in our lives. All what we do here is wake up, eat, go to work, come back tired, eat and sleep. And that's it.
I'm miserable. You're just miserable then, aren't you? Like all these people that moan about traveling, I got to get on a train and it takes 2 hours to get to work. It's like, oh, I'm losing 4 hours a day on traveling. It's like, well, that's your problem. I mean, it's you, innit? You pick the job. Like, and you can get a local job, surely.
yeah, but
You don't need to lose 4 hours.
there's that old saying that you should work to live, not live to work.
Exactly, Terry.
That's my motto. Yeah, that's always what I've said.
Spot on. That is spot on. That is very important for your health and your mental health, to be honest. I was hungry. I ate my breakfast at home. Then
Now from a personal experience, it's something that I never encountered, but I felt sick here since October till now. I fell sick twice, and 2 times was the first time was because I had a serious back pain and I couldn't stand up properly, so I stayed home for about a week on doctor's advice. The second time I twisted my ankle like a month and a half or 2 months ago, and I was home for a week. Now I was being called in by my manager to say, "Oh, you hit the red flag." I said, "Excuse me." "Yeah, I had to call you in because there was an alarm going off, but you became sick in a short amount of time, and we wanted to talk about what's the reason because of it."
I hate that.
So I explained the whole situation. Yeah, but you have to pay attention, she said, because during the financial year or when the first time they become ill, suddenly that's something like not here in the UK. In the UK, the first time you become ill, then it starts a 12-month period.
That's
If
it.
you become sick multiple times in that 12-month period, you will be called in. So okay, so that's my first experience. And she told me, okay, if it happens again, if you fall sick again, we need to refer you to occupied health. I was saying to myself, okay, why is that for?
Yeah.
Also, to find out if something really is going wrong with you, or health issue wise, or
Mm.
things like that. So I never experienced that in my country. If you fall sick, you fall sick, and you send to your certification, and that's about it,
Ay,
and they never talk about it.
Yeah, exactly, boss. Like that's my pet hate with the job, to be honest. I remember I worked for one company and I shouldn't have done it, but I think like on the contract it said you were entitled up to 20 days a year sick pay, yeah. And I was working there about 8 months, and then I had a week I was really ill with the flu. But I got like a self-certificated doctor's note, like covering myself by the law. When I went back in, they called me in the office and he said, "I'm going to give you a verbal warning." I said, "For what?" I said, "Like you've got doctor's note." I said, "I can get you a written one and pay for it if you want." But by law, it says I can get self-certificated at 7 days. He went, "Oh, well, it ain't really good enough." And that I went, "All right, fair enough. Then we were not going to see eye to eye and all that." And then like 2 days passed, and he called me back in. He went, "Oh, we've changed it from a verbal. We're going to give you a written." And I thought they're going to try and get me out the door now on this week. So I went to a tribunal and they couldn't do nothing in the end. But the next year, I fucking took every 21 of these 21 fucking days off. I'll tell you.
Oh, they took it out.
Well, no, because they pissed me off so much. I wasn't going to stay there
yeah.
anyway. But when I started in January, I think like come February, I had a job lined up for April. So the last month, I took like the last 20 days off, and they had to pay me as well. It was in my contract. I said I'll take you to court if you don't pay me. So they had to pay me. But yeah, you shouldn't treat staff like that. It's terrible treating them like that.
Yeah,
People get ill. People get ill. It's life, isn't it?
Yeah, you cannot tell them, or you cannot become sick. If things happen in life, it is like that.
What was the really annoying bit, boss? Was the job was based outdoors, so you were out in all weathers.
Yeah.
And when I used to go in, I used to do this like only 2 or 3 times a day, but like they had a coffee machine, but it was inside the warehouse. It was only hot drinks in there. So after a few hours, I'd go in and get myself a coffee and bring it back out in the yard. And they used to moan like hell. They'd be like, "What are you doing in here?" I'm like, "Oh, it's freezing cold. It's winter." Do you know what I mean? Like everything's iced up out there. I can't feel my hands. I've come in to get a coffee and go to the toilet. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't moan about that. And they used to moan about it. I was like, "Oh, piss off."
Yeah, it's ridiculous how it works over here. And one side, they are also freaking out. Oh, if you do a job, it's all about health and safety issues and things like that. But then once you do become sick as a person, then you're being called in for it.
Yeah, they throw the book at you, don't they? Technically, it's like you can't win. You can't win.
Lahat sige na. Lahat kasi rin. Sabihin is the best.
And the big thing over now, boss, isn't it? Is they zero-hour contracts, like where they won't give you a minimum hours.
Oh yeah.
Like I refuse to sign them. I won't sign them. I'll have to say thanks for the interview. Like that's no, you're all right.
It's the Ben Frog.
Oh yeah, Heidi. Heidi is saying there. She's saying, "What I have missed so much in Cebu is when I'm hungry, I ate breakfast at my place, had dinner at my aunt's, and tea at my uncle's house." During the fiestas, if there's a fiesta going on, then we have meals at different family members, and it's like eat and run, they call it. You go see your family members, you eat, and everybody is preparing food. Where you go, there's the same type of food, rice, adobo, menudo, some sinigang, and whatever it is, and you eat and you run to the next house.
Yeah.
No,
You see that in the UK, boss.
Every house they have food.
Yeah, they're welcome, isn't they? Welcome you in. Yeah, Terry used to be that in the UK, to be honest.
Yeah, it used to be
Back in
like
the
that.
day. I remember when I was growing
Some-
up, I used to go down my nan's every weekend because our mum and dad couldn't afford to pay for food all through the week. They worked their ass off, but they just couldn't afford to do it. So my nan used to help. And I remember like what you said about the neighbours. Like if our mum never had no food, the neighbours would invite you into there. You go and eat food with them.
That's
Nowadays, no one knows who their neighbour is nowadays. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's too bad in the UK now. Absolute.
If I am back on Philippines, I'm gonna make a vlogs for some culture of Philippines. So foreign can see it and they have an idea what is the culture of the Philippines.
That'd be good gig.
Also,
That'd be a good idea.
I said if I'm back on Philippines, I'm gonna make a vlogs for the what's this? Lahat na ba? Hindi yung lahat matapos.
It's like you said, boss, earlier about the troll channels. They never chat about the pride of the people of the Philippines. Do you? You never heard that.
No,
Never. I've never heard that since I've been on YouTube.
I think it's just about those type of channels, you know, that I go most of the time and, you know, I hang around. It's like I just laugh at most of the comments that people are making. It's like preventing foreigners or other people to explore the country, you know, because it seems that they just want to keep that reserved for themselves, so they can exploit everything and everybody in there.
Exactly. Yeah. Like literally. Yeah. Because I used to, when I first like got into heard about it, like so when I first started noticing the troll channels, I always thought like I'm thinking like you're treating people like that much disrespect in another country, then like how are you treating women in your own country? Like, because obviously you're going to the Philippines to find women, because you can't find a woman in your country, but there's a reason for it out there every single time. Because they're just bad people, innit, boss, at the end of the day? They're just nasty people that ain't going to amount to nothing. They're just going to sit there and moan about everything apart from their own life.
Yeah, there's a lot of macho talk going on, you know, and I think quite honestly that if people would react the same way how they are in real life when they are in the Philippines, you know, it would be a more enjoyable streams to talk about. But again, you know, like they wanna bash about those people into things, trying to prevent from other people, you know, to come to those countries and to experience it themselves. That's why I always and that's what I always made a point of.
La, Rizalo.
I will never encounter or never promise myself to hang
La,
around
hindi bad get sa na siya.
communities in real life, like hanging out and with other foreigners in Dumaguete. I was in Dumaguete, but
Sino
I
na?
only encountered
Naman
one
naman
foreigner,
na.
and
Big
that's when I
but
talked to the
oh.
blogger, which was Swiss Humanity, David Brott. He used to do some humanity work in the Philippines. He was trying to build up a little school somewhere up in the mountains, Cebu. And I talked to him. That's the only foreigner I talked to. And other than that, you know, I just rather immerse myself into the local community and the local habits instead of hanging out with and drinking booze or coffee at a local coffee shop with foreigners.
Yeah, you're doing it the right way, there, boss, isn't you? You're seeing the real Philippines, isn't you?
Well, yeah, of course. That's why you go. That's why you go there for, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, to experience that Filipino life, isn't it? The pure.
If you wanna hang out with foreigners, well, go here to the local Starbucks and hang out and go people watching. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I didn't like people go over to a country not to see the proper country, to be honest.
Yeah, it's so hypocritical to hear from the foreigners saying, "Oh yeah, I'm fed up with the hustle and bustle in the foreign countries and dealing with my own local people," and then at the same time they are ending up in a Southeast Asian country and they are merging themselves with the foreigners. So how more hypocrite can you be?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and when they say about like the areas, they go to the tourist route, so they don't actually see the real Philippines. They can have a little stroll around and see the places that ain't marked on the tourist maps. Now you've got to see it properly, haven't you?
Nah.
You need a good guide, obviously. If it's your first time over, you need someone to guide you around. You got to be careful in that. I'm not saying that, but
yeah, but you don't need a foreigner for that. You know, you can end up with meeting people, local people, you know, and they will tour you around. That's not a problem. And if it's really educational for yourself and you really enjoyed it, and you can still end up and decide for yourself whether you want to reward that person for it or not. You know, even if it's a stranger and he says, you know, I want to show you around, well, show me around. If it's not enjoyable, well, you know, you just turn your back and walk away.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy, boss. What you just said then, like if someone's going to guide me around and then they're from there, I got no problem giving them a bit of cash. Even if they're too proud to accept it, you know what I mean? I'll buy them something, you know what I mean? Whatever helps them out.
Yeah, but only just recently, David, I was talking to Vicky. That's the girl who's in the Philippines, and everything now has got to be put through the Department of Tourism, else you'll be arrested. If you put yourself up as a tour guide, as anything like that, it's got to go through the Department of Tourism there in the Philippines.
It's like a registration then, Tara, is it?
Yeah, you've got to be registered, yeah.
Jesus.
And they take a certain amount of money out of it as well, you know?
What the government do?
Yeah, well, the Department of
It's pretty
Tourism.
corrupt, isn't it? By what I've heard, like I'm only gone by what I've heard, but the gist of it is quite a corrupt government over there.
I don't know if it's the actual government. I think it might be the local government. Well, the same
Right.
thing.
Yeah,
You
like
know.
the police in the military and that side of it. Yeah. I suppose they get away with it, Terry, don't they? And there ain't no one to stop them, is there?
Mm.
The only downside that I find about the Philippines, and it's a little bit sad to say, but they're making too much touristy spots fake. You know,
Yeah.
they're creating they are creating the touristy things instead of enjoying the touristy spots that the land has created.
Yeah.
Like if you compare Sagada and the rice terraces compared to like go to the Twin Lakes. You know, Twin Lakes are two man-made holes filled up with water.
Yeah.
So what's so enjoyable to see that to
Yeah, sure.
enjoy something a person has digged the hole and you go look at it and it's filled with water compared to something that's been created and being done for centuries like those rice terraces and those coffins that are being hanged up on the side of the rocks. You know, that's a real tradition, and you hear the stories, the myths about it. Same like in Sikihor, you know, they talk about Sikihor. Oh yeah, but don't go to Sikihor because of the Aswang. You know, it's all crap because I've been to Sikihor, and they did a tour with us, and we haven't seen anything about the Aswang. We have seen the big old tree where you can put your feet into a little man-made swimming pool where the little fish are nibbling on your feet. We have seen a couple churches. We have seen all this. We have seen a big site at the port in Sikihor where it says forbidden to smoke. If you smoke, it costs you a fine of 3,500 peso. And but that there are big differences in touristy spots.
Yeah.
I rather like to explore something which is natural rather than climbing up on a set of stairs and trying to see a waterfall and then finding out it's just man-made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, it don't do nothing for me, that thing, to be honest. Like you said, I'd rather see something that's naturally, you know what I mean, mountains or something like that.
I do understand that they are trying to make, you know, income and that they're trying to provide some wealth in their own communities or barangays or provinces where they are living, you know, that they are trying to attract tourists. But it's more pleasant to explore natural things than handmade or man-made things. It's the only downside that I have to say. Like you know, people they go to Cebu or Oslo, you know, to go swim with the Butangding. The Butangding is the big whale shark.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask you what it was when you said it a minute ago. I wasn't sure what it was. Oh, bless.
Yeah, but they are like you have to wake up at 6 o'clock. You have to take a trip down with the bus. They take you down to that spot, and then you pay a fee, and you're only allowed to swim for about 20 minutes. And you cannot touch the fish, which I agree on. You cannot touch the big natural things, you know, certainly
No.
creatures like that. But the fake thing about it is, you know, you don't see them in their natural surroundings. They are being lured, and the food is being distributed before you arrive. So the whale sharks, they come up there every day at that specific time. They hang out for about 2 hours max because that's the time frame that they are doing it. In those 2 hours, there are groups for 20 minutes being guided towards that whale, and then afterwards the whale they swim away. But you don't see them in their natural habits. You know, it's not like deep diving and come across, oh, look at that, we experienced something extraordinary. No, it's you don't have the same experience.
And it changes the whale's behaviour, doesn't it? Like you said, boss, if you're luring them in with food and that, it changes absolutely everything in that ecosystem. People don't realise that. Much
It's just
destruction it does.
yeah, it's just a selfie spot, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is nowadays, isn't it? Anything to get a selfie, to be honest. I don't understand that side of life nowadays, to be honest. I just don't get it. How many pictures do you need to take of yourself? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you, like you said, if you go to a tourist place and you're taking pictures of something interesting, that's fine. Like, you don't need to be in every picture, do you? at all.
No, it's
You know what I mean?
that's in combination with the status on your Facebook, because they wanna make
Yeah.
they wanna prove to other people that they have been there, like, and way before Facebook even existed, we were able to take our manual camera and taking pictures of sites that you have been to and put them in your photo book, and
In
you
your
could look
notebook,
back 10, 15 years later at it and say, oh yeah, we remember those spots, and you can talk about those spots. But now they are taking and they're saying, oh, I look Mataban here, hold on, different angle, oh no, this is too much light, oh, don't show my stomach, I'm
That's
man,
true.
it's
That is
ridiculous.
true. That is true. It makes you wonder, like you said, like years ago. Well, I still do it now, to be honest. Like with the photo albums, I think they're beautiful. Well, our family does it all the time. Whenever we get together, we get all the old photo albums out and have a good laugh and take the mick out of each other. But if the internet drops, if the internet goes down and Facebook goes down, people's just going to lose everything, isn't they? They ain't got it backed up. It's all online now. That's the problem. with it.
Yeah. It's right ridiculous to see some foreign women, taking pictures from the Oslop, and then you start to compare. What am I looking for? Am I looking at the big fat foreign lady, or am I just looking at the whale shark?
I can't work out which one's which.
Yeah.
I didn't know which one to throw a fish at. Oh god. Yeah, the world's changed, not for the better, I don't think, to be honest.
No, not in that type of way. No.
No, the technology. People say, yeah, but it makes life easier. Like, yeah, some of it is. Like, you can communicate around the world. Like, that's brilliant. Do you know what I mean? People who've got families around the world, it's nice to be able to communicate, but it makes us very lazy. That's the problem with it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You could see it in the kids, can't you, boss, nowadays? Like, they haven't got me and Terry chats about this all the time. They got no imagination at all. They literally got no imagination. Where with us as kids, you know what I mean? Your brain would be on hyper all the time. Your imagination. But nowadays, the kids, unless they got an iPad stuck in front of their nose, they're not interested. They just don't want to know.
No, and that's one other thing that annoys me the most. It's the parenting part. Certainly. It's not only here, but you see it as well in the Philippines. Philippines is so concentrated on family values, so they want to create a family from a young age. But when it comes down to parenting your kids, when it comes to the point that your kids start screaming and yelling and things like that, okay, here's my phone, have it. I see it even happening here with Filipinos living here next door. Their kid is 2 years old and he's addicted to the cell phone.
Yeah.
If you take it away, he's throwing a fit. While back in the day, we used to go out, play in the sand, hang out in woods and trees and things like that, explore. And you don't see any of those kids doing. If you ask them, oh, you want to go on a bike ride? Oh, go ahead. I'll follow you later on.
Yeah. I remember the highlight when I was growing up, boss. Our granddad used to work in this paper mill. And every Friday he'd bring it, like they'd have the offcuts, the paper rolls, the big paper rolls. And like when he used to bring that paper roll home, I mean, we could do drawing all weekend. Like we'd be so excited to get that paper. Do you know what I mean? And that's your imagination. You could draw anything. Do you know what I mean? You could make anything out of paper nowadays. Like you give a kid a piece of paper and a pen, they wouldn't know what it is. They just look at you blank.
Yeah, I remember when my grandparents, they were concierge, caretakers of a factory where they used to make fabric threads for fabric, to create fabric and sewing material.
Yeah.
But all that material came on little cones, and they had to spin those threads around those cones. But then at the end of the day, you would end up with baskets full of empty cones.
Yeah.
But the factory was so huge, I could spend hours and hours running around in the factory while it's empty, trying to find empty cones. And I would take like a basket with a pallet transporter, drag it out, and set up the cones, creating stuff, making bowling ball alleys, things like that, But now these kids, they are not exploring anymore.
Yeah. Another one that gets me. I bet you've heard of this. Like, the school sports day, everybody gets a medal nowadays. Everybody. You know what I mean? Like, what happened with that?
Yeah, it's well, but crazy thing is, I even had a discussion with my manager last week.
Mm.
Everybody is now, because before, in I think here in the UK, when once you have appraisals, on your job,
Yeah.
and if you passed your appraisal, and they were really glad with your productivity and your attendance and things like that,
Mm.
based on that, you would get a raise.
Yeah.
But now everybody gets the same raise, no matter how your appraisal turns out to be.
Yeah.
I asked him about a certificate. Is there any legalized certificate for technicians like us who are working in a hospital, who can step up on the ladder? Because you start as a band 3 in the hospital, but
Mm.
there are people working here for 15, 20 years, and they are still technician, and they haven't worked themselves up. Oh, well, we've been talking about it for amount of years, and I think they are trying to implement it to make you guys become a certified sterile technician,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
allows you to go upward on the ladder, like a theater operating theater assistant. Because who else knows better the operating instruments than us? Because we are
Exactly.
dealing with them. Apart from the surgeons, we are dealing with it daily.
Mm.
We get average about between 2,000 and 3,000 sets through our hands, and we know the instruments inside out. And yeah. Well, in fact, you got a good point there. But there's an option. If you want to go do it yourself, you can go do it, and you pay for it, and you become a certified technician. But I said, what's the point? We are getting into a hospital. We trying to work as a technician, getting the experience here. We get appraisals. If the appraisals are turning okay, we do the modules that we have to pass. The internal modules. We have 11 modules to pass through, and then on top of it, we have exams that we need to do.
Yeah.
So why is the hospital not providing us, and them paying us to become a certified technician? And yeah, well, it all comes down to the trust themselves and money, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well,
And then
yeah.
talking again, like dealing out certificates like it's candy. There's no motivation. Everybody gets the same wage eventually, whether you're performing well or not.
They just got to keep you in the same wage bracket, don't they? They've got no interest in promoting you because it's bad for business.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, sure.
It boils down to.
They're all frightened about their jobs, there, aren't they? They don't want no one to move up too far because they're all trying to safeguard their own jobs most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, fine. But a company should invest in you, like Boss said. They like who better to have in the theatre than Boss? He knows the equipment. Do you know what I mean? Like if anything goes wrong, who are they going to call? Someone like Boss anyway. You know what I mean? So you want to pick that person up. They got the experience. Pay them the money, man.
But you'll find, Dave, with most sort of middle management and top management, they come in with some degree they've got from college, never had no hands-on experience.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who earn the money, and it's just totally wrong. It's totally wrong.
I noticed that with a lot of retail, Ter. Like when there was like a higher, like a management job or upper management, they'd never bring someone up in the company in
No.
that place. It'd be from the same company but from another store, and I'm like, well, that didn't make no sense to me. Like, I mean, I've been busting my ass for 4 years as supervisor, done everything you've asked of me, done the overtime, didn't even get paid for the overtime when I've done it for the job, done it for love, and like, you didn't even interview me. You never even give me an interview. Do you know what I mean? And then the guy comes in Monday and he's like, "Hi, I'm your new manager," and of course I'm gonna fucking hate him. He's just took my job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get on with him. I'm never gonna fucking work properly for him because he's annoyed me.
Yeah, but Dave, it's the same thing, Dave. You know your core customers. You know the customers in your area, and they bring in someone with a fucking degree from a college who's never done anything in their life, and put them in charge.
And the general running Terry haven't got a clue. Like,
No.
they're there for an hour and then they're coming to you and go, "Well, what do we do now?" It's like, hang on a minute. Hang on, you got the job. You ought to know what you're fucking doing. Don't come to me because they never give me the job.
Exactly.
I mean, this is insane. Absolutely insane. It's like swapping people around, I think. It's like a merry-go-round sometimes in work. Welcome in, Craig.
In that aspect, I think you can admire the Filipinos a lot more because there are certain strict requirements for applying a job. You need to have a college college degree, you cannot be a certain amount of higher height. You cannot be taller than that. You have to be presentable, things like that.
Yeah.
But then eventually, once they start working in that type of thing, those people will be, they get progression during their career because they can work themselves up inside the company, or even if it's working in a McDo, for instance, or in a Jollibee's,
Yeah.
they start at the bottom of the ladder, but then if you go back a couple of years later, they become branch managers or sales managers, and that's more admirable and more motivational for those type of people than on our side of the world here, because it's like
Yeah.
you said, they draw back people in the company that never had any experience, that don't know the customers, don't know the instruments, don't know patients, whatsoever it may be. And you're screwing up your own business, because if you don't know what your customer wants and you just think you know it all better, it's not, your business is not going to run. You have to rely on the demand of the customer, not on what you know about, but on the demand. And who knows else knows it better than the person who has started at the bottom of the ladder.
You can't beat experience. I don't care how many certificates you got, how much studying you've done in college or university. Like doing that job, labor, doing the job manually, whatever. Like that's the experience. Year after year, you're learning. You're going to make mistakes, but you learn from your mistakes. That's the whole point of life, isn't it?
Yeah, experience is not being valued anymore, let's put it
No,
that way.
yeah, you are right. And like with exams and that nowadays, they just give them whatever they want. Like, and I notice with the kids nowadays, like they go to college, they all want to do the same thing. The boys want to be like they want to design computer games, as if like they're chance of them getting a career out of designing a top game is fucking 1 in a billion. And then all the women want to do is health and beauty. All the girls, they all want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the only thing. The outcome, certainly, if you ask in the Philippines, to girls or women, what you want to be. The guys, they say police officer, PMP, and the girls, they say, oh, I want to be a nurse, because there's no other outlook than just being that.
But at least they're good careers, to be fair.
Yeah,
It's helpful careers, better than being IT, better than fucking designing games and fucking putting makeup on people every day. You can learn much from that, let's be honest. I know one girl, I got to admit, one of my friend's girls done health and beauty, and then she got lucky and got in with a big film studio. I've never heard anyone else do it, so she's done pretty well. She's pretty good at it, but that's the only store ever where someone's actually got far with the health and beauty side of it. Usually his daddy buys them a store tear, innit?
Yeah.
Buys them a store. It survives for about 2 years, but they're not making no money. And then daddy got to tell his little daughter, sorry, love, it's going to have to go. Sorry, but it's going to have to go. You're going to have to get a job at McDonald's now. It is, isn't it? And then the tantrums start then. I don't want to work at McDonald's. It's a fucking job. Get your ass up and go fucking work.
Yeah, in a way, you cannot complain about the Filipinos trying to find ways to make themselves successful. We may complain. Oh yeah, they're always singing. They would just want to be nurse. They just want to be a PMP. They are always gaming on their phones and things like that. But if you look on further than that, who knows that one of those people might become very successful in developing a game, or who might become successful into becoming a nurse or head nurse or a surgeon even. You never know.
True. Yeah, you are right. You're a boss. Yeah, you are going to get the odd one or two. The people who they've got it, haven't they? They got that spark.
The thing is, kids have dreams. It's up to the parents if they really want to go for the future of the kids, or if they want to be selfish and just look at themselves.
There you go. That's what it comes. It all comes down to the parents at the end of the day. Kids are kids. They're not adults at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? That's why they got a parent is to guide them. And the parents, not all of them. I'm not saying all parents are. There's a lot of amazing parents out there, but there's a lot of really bad parents out there as well nowadays.
Oh yeah, you have them, yeah, for sure. But
a lot in the UK. There's a fucking shitload of them in the UK, to be honest. Some I wouldn't even trust where they fucking taught us. Let alone
no, that's true. Yeah, I've seen those people here every day.
Oh, I'm surprised how the adults have made it through life, let alone them guiding a kid. To be honest.
Tony, well, you haven't missed not really anything specific or extraordinary. We're just talking about daily life experiences, whether it's in the Philippines or here.
Just putting the world to rights, Tony. Having a little moon makes us feel better.
Yeah, ranting.
Well, you got to get it out once in a while, boss, aren't you? With this life, it gets on you. It gets on too much. Need to let it have a little rant.
Well, that's at the moment I start to have that feeling that before I didn't say that because I didn't have that feeling, but now it becomes time that we do really need to get out on a plane and go somewhere and unwind.
Yeah, the UK's getting a bit like that at the minute. Like, I've always loved living in the UK, boss. Do you know what I mean? I was born and bred in the UK, but the last couple of years in this UK, I don't know. I think I'm not about all the problems we got over with the migration and that. I mean, everyone's got their own opinions on that. Just the attitude of people it ain't that British attitude anymore over here. It's completely different. It's me generation now. It's terrible. Absolutely.
Where do you live now?
I live in Bristol in the southwest.
Oh, okay.
On the coast.
Yep.
But it's quite quiet over this side, to be fair, boss. It's quite quiet. We're away from the major towns in that, so there's a bit more of a quieter life, which is good. We lost Giggly. Where's Giggly gone?
I'm here.
Ah, there she is, Giggly. What are you up to?
Let's eat dinner. Dinner, lunch.
Oh, she's eating lunch.
Sino tama, di ba? Sabi natin. Getting dinner na.
Which part are you in the UK, boss?
Dinner, lunch.
Oh, didn't you?
Sorry, RC, what did you say?
Which part of the UK are you in? I think I asked you before, I think.
I'm about 20 minutes away from Heathrow, southwest of London.
Oh, southwest.
Surrey area.
Oh, it's nice. His parents used to live in there. Some nice areas out there. Very good houses out there.
Not too far away from Windsor.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's nice to be able to travel into London and not live in there. I wouldn't want to live in London, to be honest.
Oh, no, not. If, like I said, previously, and even I said it yesterday to my girlfriend, if it wasn't for her, I would not even choose to be here in the UK.
Yeah, I don't blame you, boss. I honestly don't blame you on that. Like I said, it has gone downhill. I got to admit, downhill over it.
I asked her the question because she was really lucky to become some type of an OFW because the way that she started here was with a simple joke. Her friends, they were actually applying to work overseas as nurses, and then her friends, they invited her to participate in filling out a form. And then the crazy part about it was, she said, I don't have my papers with me because I was not really actually applying for it. But she got selected. Out of her friends, she was the only one who got selected.
Oh, okay.
So, and afterwards, she said, but I don't have the appropriate paperwork, to provide you. Well, no worries, send it us through mail or whatever, or by email, and we will process everything from there on. And so, since 2004, she ended up here in the UK as a nurse.
Yeah.
She worked herself way up from the bottom on the ladder up to band 6 now. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'll say a lot of nurses are from different countries, aren't they?
It's a little bit hard to talk, Giggly, when the background noise is going on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I can unmute. I'm sorry.
Oh, bless her. Having their lunch, isn't they? Oh. Yeah, it's a high percentage, boss, isn't it, of people who work in hospitals over now are from other countries. I think.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like, 65% or 70%. That's really
Yeah,
high.
sorry, but we have yearly batches coming over. During a year, there is about 2 to 3 batches coming over from the Philippines,
Yeah.
and they are being spread all over. Depending where they want to be in London, or they just start somewhere local, like in
Yeah.
our hospital. And once they get themselves really settled into the job that they want to do, then they find out, oh, we can earn more money in London,
Mm.
and then they just transfer to London,
Yeah.
and that's how the ball rolls.
And they are brilliant at the job. They got the right attitude.
Oh yeah,
Job.
yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. Both my sisters, they've always done care, like care homes and that, boss. So, that, like my mum done it as well. Like, so they love doing that job. It ain't good money, isn't it? They didn't work in private homes. It's all council run, but they love the job. It ain't about the money. You know what I mean, they just love helping the older people out. Tough job though. It's a really tough job.
It's not to brag about the Filipinas, but we see the different nationalities working at the same ward where my girlfriend is working, because she's working in the same hospital as where I am. So, and I can visit her whenever I feel like. And there are people from Curacao. There are people from Africa, and then there's a lot of Filipinos. If you compare it, Filipinos, they are married to the job.
Yeah.
Meaning the commitment to the job is outrageous. It's way above beyond.
They're all in,
Um,
aren't they? It's not 80%. It's 100% all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The amount of precision, the dedication, the caring of for the job that they have, compared to, let's say, African people.
Yeah.
I don't want to bash down on African people, but African people are like, you even want to give them 1 pound to move 5 steps forward. Compared to
Yeah.
a Filipina,
Yeah.
you just need to ask them, and they're up on top of it, and that's
You're,
and that's
you're
the,
right though.
the reality.
Yeah, you're right, boss. It ain't and it's hard to say stuff like that nowadays, like people jumping on your back. But like everyone's entitled to their opinion at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? And it ain't just you who's noticed that. I'm sure many other people have as well. It's just general attitude towards the job, isn't it?
It is. It's the mentality, the dedication, the attitude, to the love for the job that and your dream that you want to accomplish, and go for it. And that's what she's ending up doing. Before I even met her, she, on her days off, and still now, on the days off, she would sign herself up for doing bank. So instead
Yeah.
of being off, because your days off they are paid anyway, so she's doing work on top of it,
Oh,
so it,
bless her.
it pays extra. But then I asked her, you're becoming at an age, that you just should relax, and enjoy the moments that you're off.
Yeah.
So from being extremely dedicated to the job, and and being in overdrive, I just toned her down a little bit, and to make her enjoy her life a little bit, and to relax, and to unwind.
Yeah. With that sort of job, you have got to have your own break as well, haven't you, boss? You're right there. Like you've got to make that time for yourself because
Oh yeah.
it's very like it's not just physical; it's an emotional job as well, isn't it? When you're caring for people.
Well, I was about to say exactly the same thing. It's not only the physical aspect, but it's the mentally aspect. Dealing with the people, you're becoming quite attached with some of the patients because they are being there for quite a long time, and they bring the stories back home. And yesterday she was even talking about an older couple. They were being married for 65 years, and the man was palliative.
Oh,
But during this whole pandemic, the period, they were not able. She was not able to see her husband, and only during using the computer. And eventually, she was trying to make arrangements to see at least her husband to be transferred to the hospice,
yeah.
but he never made it to the hospice. He passed away in the hospital, and she never was able to say goodbye. And now she lost, because she was always taking care of her husband because he was suffering from dementia.
Yeah.
She doesn't see any point, a light point in her life anymore, and she lets herself down. She lets herself deteriorate in
Oh,
the figure of
so
speech.
sad. Yeah.
And then you bring, you see those nurses bringing those stories back home. It affects them. It's good for them to talk about it,
Yeah.
but
You've got to.
it's still a part of themselves. The pain, the suffer, what they see between the families. It's something what they carry on their luggage, and you need time off, and it's not one day, but sometimes it can take 2 or 3 days to just get rid of those emotions and charge your batteries back up and start all over again.
Yeah, get your edge. That's what I noticed with my sisters. I remember, like, going back a few years ago, like, they were chatting. They had an old guy who was pretty well known in the community, and he was a really fun guy for his age. I mean, he enjoyed life and all that. He's a bit of a character. And I remember my sister was chatting about him, that he passed away. My sister was working on shift on the night, and she was the one who found him, passed away in his bed. Like, he passed away peacefully in that. But like, to me, when they speak about it, they seem quite numb. But like, then I realised the job that they do, you can't, you get attached, but you can't. You got to let it go, haven't you? You got to
You
let
have
it go.
to. Yeah, you have to. If
It
you
mentally, it'll mess you up mentally. Otherwise, it will literally.
Yeah,
Mess
that's why in if something like that occurs, you know, they have some type of debriefing moments going on with the matrons and the staff nurses and things like that, people who were all involved in the treatment of that specific patient, and they just debrief each other, you know, and talk
like a
about it.
counselling, isn't it? Yeah, like a counselling. That's what they need.
Yeah.
Like, we all know. Like, we've all lived long enough to know that when you bottle stuff up, it doesn't do you no good in the long run. Like, you've got to let it out. You've got to speak about it. I mean, even if it hurts you at that time, you know, if you let it bottle up after 10 years, it festers inside you, and then you've just got more problems. Then you need to sort stuff like that out, motion wise.
Yeah, and this is and now we just only talk about you know, like, let's say, let's put it that way, simple care of patients, but then you have also nurses that are really looking specifically for mental patients. You know, if you
Yeah.
end up in a mental department, the things that you see, hear, and experience, you know, those patients, they have to have, you know, one, an heart of steel,
Yeah.
iron nurse, and you have to be very, very, very patient with those patients, because the way that they talk to you, the way that they handle you, you're being smacked on your face, you're being thrown things at, you know,
Yeah. You're,
it can crack you down as a carer, as a health carer.
yeah.
And there's not a lot of those that can survive in that department. You have to have a steel personality for it.
You saying that, like, I never forget this. Like, my mum, she done dementia care. That's what she specialised in. And I
Mhm.
remember going back. This is going back 4 or 5 years ago. They had a patient. It was a woman. It was, and she was quite strong. She had dementia, but she was very strong. And she was put in my mum's care. And the first couple of days, I never forget. Our mum came in when she had a mark on her eye, and I was like quite concerned. Like, I was like, "What happened to your eye?" She said, "Oh, the woman I was trying to, like, bath her and that, and she got a bit stressed out and caught me." And I was a bit worried. I was like, you know what I mean? Like she's going to get hurt. But our mum, fair play to her, mum, she stuck with it. And then it got to the point where none of the other staff could go near this woman. She'd only trust my mum, because my mum put the effort in to look after her. It just shows you, done it. If you put the effort in with someone, they come around to you and trust you.
Yeah, I hear those stories also. You know, you sometimes you have to cross the line where that you, in a way, that you have to allow yourself to be beaten up by a
Yeah,
certain patient, but then the outcome of it is that you gain the trust of that patient, and you can get a lot further with that patient than the other person would be able to.
yeah, the long run boss. Because
Yeah,
as a son, like when she come home, I was angry. I won't lie. I wanted to put a complaint in, but my mum was like, "No, that ain't the way to do it." And my mum was always right, to be fair. My mum, she taught me a lot of good stuff, my mum. And that's why she, like you said, she carried on with it, and the woman started trusting.
Yeah.
yeah, we are sorry if we take over your stream, Giggly. If you want to talk about something else, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, sorry,
Nanti aku kah?
chatting away here.
Nanti aku kah ya ni?
What happened to Terry in the meanwhile? Did he jump in his poop?
I don't know. He's muted, isn't he? He's been muted for a while, unless he's on a phone call or something, maybe. We might be watching the yoga.
Who knows?
That's what I'd be doing. I'd be watching the yoga.
Heidi has been gone also for a while, so I don't see her back.
Yeah, she went to drop her son back to school, I think, but she should be
Oh,
back.
okay.
Yeah, I thought she would have been back, because she didn't live that far from the school. It usually takes her 10 minutes. Unless she got something with work or something. I'll see if she sent me a message. What does it say? she's busy.
I think Tony has left the theater as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tony post for a while. I haven't seen Tony. That's the first time I've caught up with Tony for a long time, to be honest. Hope he's doing all right. I was going to say, you and your girlfriend got any hobbies that you do together, boss? Anything that you like doing?
To be quite honest, it's like I said before, we are just here spending the time to work, and certainly her type of work is irregular hours. She knows when she starts, but if she is in charge of the ward, sometimes she starts at 7 a.m. in the morning and she comes home at around 9, 10 p.m. So there's no actual real time left to do something together. I'm in a way luckier. Speaking of that, my shifts are only lasting for 7.5 hours during a day. But then again, our days off, they cross each other. I'm off. Let's say Wednesday, I would be off next coming Wednesday, but then she might be on. So there's always somebody here all by himself, or unless we plan the days off together. And then we just might go outside and do something, simple things, like having a brunch together, and just doing the normal stuff of the daily life stuff.
Have you got to see much in the UK, boss?
No, not really. I've been last year to Cornwall in Bute.
Yeah, it's nice down there.
Yeah, and then we went to the year before. We went to see Stonehenge and the Cotswolds.
Oh, nice! Yeah, Cotswolds beautiful. Did you have a cream tea? Scone cream teas. That's they specialise in that out there.
Well, I'm not really a tea drinker, to be honest.
Yeah, I love the cream, the clotted cream they make like locally. It's beautiful. It's very fattening, but it's beautiful. Right?
Guys,
yes.
we're gonna exact only 3 hours.
Okay, Giggly, no worries.
Yeah, so we can do our other works. Not only me, but all of us.
Yeah. How long have you been streaming for, Giggly? How long have you been streaming for?
Again?
Oh, sorry, I have to check now. 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours,
51 minutes.
No worries.
Yeah. A little bit, 9 minutes.
Terry went with Giggly, I think.
Maybe he's doing something.
No,
There he is. There he is.
See? You hear only something.
Yeah, simple, Terry. Everything all right, Terry?
Yeah, fine.
That's good. I said, I bet he's watching that yoga, isn't he? That's what he's doing.
No, she was just up saying that how uneducated the yoga teachers. She teaches yoga teachers.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah,
but they're very, very uneducated. But in anatomy, you got to know all the anatomy and different names of the
of course
body.
you do. Yeah,
and she was surprised how little they knew.
that's worrying, isn't it? That's a bit worrying. Where are they from? All over the place, Terry? Are they like generally from France or all over? Like the teachers?
We've got one from Switzerland, two from the UK.
Oh, it is
two from France. Yeah, two from France at the minute.
Oh, nice. What else? Yeah, you think they'd know that, wouldn't you? Like the body parts and that, especially with yoga.
Yeah.
Body, you think they generally know.
You've got to know, and you've got to understand how they work as well, because you're putting a lot of stress on different joints, different muscles.
Well, yeah, you can do a lot of damage, can't you? When you say teachers are they're training to be a teacher, or they're already teachers are refreshing. You mean?
They're already teachers, but they want to go up to the next level.
Oh, right. So they should know all this then, really, shouldn't they? I can understand why she's moaning about it, to be honest, because they should know all this by now. The basics, anyway.
Well, they should know. Yeah, they should know. Especially the anatomy is the most important thing. If you ask people to do something which puts a strain or whatever on their body, and you've got to know exactly what's happening with their bodies.
Oh, you could end up crippling someone if you do it wrong, couldn't you? You can literally put them in a wheelchair, which is dangerous. I mean, you've got to know what you're doing with it.
I have to laugh with all that. It makes me laugh because we talked about yesterday about something about my girlfriend. She had hysterectomy, myomectomy, all that. And in the beginning, when she was in the UK, a couple of years later, she received a letter saying that she had to get a pregnancy test. Okay. and then now last she went to the doctors yesterday to get a blood test, to examine because she's pre-diabetic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to count that out. And she was being told that she has to get a smear swab.
Yeah.
Well, apparently that's well, I never had one done, obviously, but
Yeah.
my ex
But the-
told me
the
that's terrible, absolutely terrible. He said. It's the worst
Yeah,
thing
but
in the world,
the
apparently.
thing is, if you have a hysterectomy, everything is taken out. There's no womb, there's no neck.
Yeah, there's
So
no
what's
need
the point
for
of
it.
having a smear swab?
Hello.
Oh, that's the UK for you, boss. That's the
Oh
UK.
man, the common sense things. It aggravates me so much for real, and I always end up in discussion with her, and she says, just go along with the flow. But how can you even go along with the flow if you
No.
if you have a point of view, and you have a dream to and a lot of people, they say, yeah, I want to make a difference. But
Yeah.
if you want to make a difference with a mentality like that you don't have even common sense,
No.
Yeah.
where's the world going to?
That happens with a lot of stuff. Is I never forget like years ago when our mum passed away. Luckily I find it funny that day. If it would have been on any other day, it might have been a bad day, and I probably would have got angry. But about 2 months after she passed away, like we started getting still getting mail for her, and it was like, do you want a loan, bank loans and car
Yeah.
loans? I was like, they
Yeah.
must know by now. Like we've registered the death. Do you know what I mean? It's gone through the system. They should know all this by now, and but I find it funny that day. I don't think I would have any other day. If I was having a bad day about it, I probably would have took offence to it. But it just makes me laugh that they can't keep up with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, but the trouble is most of the mail now is computer generated, and it's not personally read. They just get names and addresses on a computer, sends out a basic letter, no checks.
Hope for the best, Terror, isn't it? That's what they
Yeah.
generally do. Print it and hope for the best. See what happens.
It's numbers. It's a numbers game, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because for every 10 they send out, they might get one answer back. If you know what I mean? They take that chance, wouldn't they? Same with the cold calling, isn't it? What, do you get that a lot, boss? Do you notice that over in the UK? Cold calling.
What do you call it?
We call it cold calling when people trying to sell you stuff on the phone in the day.
Oh man, well, a nice experience in 2017 December. I came over here. I got myself a phone after 4 or 5 months being in the UK, and then I got my SIM card. I bought a phone, got a SIM card. Guess what? 5 minutes later, I got my first scam call.
Jesus, God, they're messing about 5 minutes. Christ.
You wonder where the hell do they come up with my
Exactly.
phone number?
You've literally just registered that. Like someone's selling a list of numbers, isn't they, to get it that quick? Let's be honest.
The amount of calls that I get from certain solicitor offices, we heard you were in a car crash accident in the past 2 years, I said, sorry, but I don't have a driving license. I don't have a car.
And there been an accident, oh my God. I actually went out and bought, there's a phone you can buy. I don't know if you've seen them, Terror. It updates itself. So all the crap numbers, they get blocked instantly.
Yeah.
Very clever. It's quite dear. It's an expensive thing, but it's worth every penny. Every penny. The last 2 years, I haven't really had that many up to what we used to get. It used to be at least 10, 20 times a day that phone would be ringing in the house.
Oh, yeah.
I used to get home and the answer, but they never leave a message, do they? So you get home and you've got 32 missed calls. I'm like, Jesus, I'm popular today. And then you play them all. There's no one on there. It's like, oh, fucking cold calling.
I don't know if that's true, but my house, she's told me, if you pick up the phone and you wait and you don't say anything for about 10 seconds, those scam calls, they will not return any phone calls back in the future.
I heard that as well, boss. I've never tried it, but someone else told me that before. Because you get a lot of the ones where they're just ringing numbers and no one even picks it up their end. Like you'll pick it up and say hello, and you can hear them in the background, like they're in a call center in India, but no one's actually taking your call because they're dialing 20 numbers at once, just hoping to get the right one.
Yeah, but then I'm thinking she was referring more specific to those robot scam calls. That whenever you pick up and they say hello, and then
Yeah,
and
the
then
audio.
and then the first time when you say hello, okay, then the automatic answering machine jumps on and it starts mumbling around.
Yeah, you're
If you
probably
don't
right
say
there.
anything at that specific call, those numbers won't call you back anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably work actually. I noticed. I said to Terry, the best one is a whistle. Just keep a whistle by the phone.
Oh yeah.
As soon as they start speaking, blow that whistle out. They ain't be ringing you back then. Trust me, they've been here for about a week. Works a treat.
Did I hear Giggly say she's shutting down? Well,
Yeah,
she's
she
got about a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, for cut the 3 hours now. I think she just wants to make her 3 hours. We're on another. 3
Yeah. I need to say bye-bye.
Thanks
He's
for having us
still
on. Giggly. Oh, bless.
Wait, pizza.
Oh, that looks nice.
Bye, everyone.
Right. Oh look. Hey, where's she gone?
Mwah.
Oh. Mwah.
Bye, boss.
You see, hey Dave, you see, Boss goes to the same hairdressers as me.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Giggly. See you on the next one.
Thanks,
for
boss.
the time,
Thanks,
and
Sarah.
we have
Enjoy
a
the chat
nice
today, brothers.
chat
Thank you.
today.
And everyone in the chat box, thank you guys for spending time with us. We
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
everyone, everybody.
No problem. See you on the next one.
Take
Yeah.
care, all. Stay safe. Have a nice weekend.
Bye.
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 See you, Giggly. See you, Terry.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.